We are live.
I just watched the new Roadhouse. I saw that it got mixed reviews when it came out, but I honestly liked it. I didn't think I would, but I did. It's pretty good. I think it could have ended better. It should have ended with him getting a Spanish joint pregnant. Like, that's how you end an action movie. At the end of every action movie, right? The dude, he goes to bone a joint. That's how I liked it because it felt like an old school 80s action movie, right? Man, this mic is so weird. But I liked it because it felt like an old school type 80s action joint, which you don't often get. Like, I think they got the vibe right. I remember when it came out, it got mixed reviews. Like, some people said they liked it, some people said they didn't. I remember Drew said that he liked it, and I agree, it was good. I liked it because it felt like an old school 80s action joint, dudes just getting into crazy fist fights. I liked it. I wouldn't say it was better than the original, but it definitely had its own feel. It was cool, it was good. Um, I just don't really like how it ended. It should have ended with him boning the Spanish joint and getting her pregnant, and then they just, they be at the roadhouse eating steak. But I guess for a dude, for the character, for the archetype they chose, that he's supposed to be the tortured soul, because you could see that's what they was going for with the pro tag. Because he's supposed to be the tortured soul, I guess you can't end it on a too happy note. It did have a happy ending in its own way. Good movie. I recommend it. It was fun. Um you got this Javante Davis, Lamont Roach, man. And they just grasping at straws over there at this point. They really are. They wanted something bigger, you know that. They wanted something bigger because they were actually trying to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, even though they waited a very, very long time to do it, which we'll talk about tonight. You know that they probably had it in their head that they'll finally fight Lomachenko and cap off the year in a big way with a fight that people were waiting for a long time, but now it's kind of not what it was. That, well, you wait till Lomachenko gets old and he's thinking about retiring and he's lost a couple more fights, he's lost a bit of speed and sharpness. So it's not what it would have been. It's not the hot ticket that it was, but in their mind, it had to be at the right time. It had to be after Lomachenko slows down. It had to be. That's always been a fascinating fight to me because Tank actually has the right style for a Lomachenko. He has the right style, believe it or not. But if that fight would have happened sooner than later, I think Lomachenko would have overwhelmed him with activity. There would have been so much coming at him from so many angles so fast that he really would have been flustered by it. Now that Tank is a bit more experienced and now that Lomachenko is a bit older, it's a closer fight. In their mind, they figure Tank can catch him now. He can catch him with a hard shot. But just based on styles, does Tank have the style for a volume puncher who's going to stay mid range? He does. It's just that Loma's not your typical mid range to inside fighter, which we'll talk about tonight. I am fairly confident that if this fight would have happened at 130 when they were both champions there, I think personally Lomachenko would have flustered him. Because, yeah, he's within range of your punches, so you don't necessarily have to chase him around the ring, but you do still have to find him because he's cutting angles, because he's getting to the side of you with those pivots, and he's throwing punches from angles that are hard to defend from. And Tank was a greener fighter then. Truthfully, I don't really think Tank got better because what would have made you better? What? Who did you fight that would have made you better or really pushed you and sharpened you? Nobody. I think he is now the fighter that he was, and if anything, he's settled into waiting for the big punch, which isn't necessarily a good thing. Not really. You've come to rely on an opportunity that you are confident will come because it's coming every other fight to knock the guy out. But that's against a certain level of guy. That's the thing, that even if it looks nice on camera and some people fall for it, the reality is it's against only a certain level of guy. Everybody, we got Ray in the building. Ray, I'm gonna start with you. If they would have fought at 130, what do you think would have happened, man?
Well, first off, Lomachenko, he's a bit bigger than Davis, right?
Not really. I mean,
Or are they the same
what do you
size?
mean, like height? Like height?
Maybe like a bit like height or reach, whichever.
I mean, I think, and I don't know because we've never seen them even next to each other to know. But I think they're about this. They're really little dudes, dog. Like, and you see Loma's shoulders. Like Loma don't even have shoulders, bro. It's just his neck and his arms. That's why he's so
Okay.
fast.
Okay, then I would say if it's about the same measurements, even then, I think I would have taken Loma because even though Loma is very aggressive, he also could just like I wouldn't say back foot it, but kind of take a more like defensive role if he knows like, hey, this guy's gonna only want to counterpunch on me.
I don't think he would have backfooted it. That's not what I see. I see he would have turned him a lot. Is what I
Yeah, like
see.
that.
He
Like he
would
would
have.
have just been around.
Yeah, like he would. Like old Dragon Ball Z fight scenes where he's pew 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 pew. It would have been something like that, is what I see. And you remember, he was very fast then. I don't think he's anywhere near as fast now or light on his feet now as he was. But that's how I think that fight would have went at 130. What do you think about that fight now? What do you think?
Now, I think oddly enough, from what I saw from the Kambosos fight, he seemed much more of like a straightforward kind of like aggressive guy. Like he seemed like he was just wanting to get to Cam like a lot faster. And that approach for Kambosos is good because he sucks. But
Don't
for
He
Davis,
did
who
beat
kind of hits hard,
Teofimo. Did beat Teofimo now. Don't talk no shit.
hey bro, let's be honest about that, bro.
Yeah,
After
come
that
beat.
Maxie Hughes fight, we cannot pretend like he really beat Teofimo.
Nah, come on. He did beat him, bro. Like he beat him. You saw the
Yeah,
fight.
but it's like I can't believe that like I don't even like Tio, right? But after watching George after that fight, I
My
can't believe that you lost to him, bro.
You know what the shit is, bro? I've come to the realization that sometimes when we have those puzzling moments where we just don't know, you know what it really was? We're wrestling with what we thought. Tio, you just not that good. That's all it is. Like, it's not complex. Tio, you just not that good. Because
But guess what though?
all George did was hang back and counter. If you really look at, like, why did he keep catching Tio? Because Tio throwing dumbass punches coming forward. That's it.
I don't think Lee Shelby is that good. When I saw him fight George, I thought he won that fight, bro. You not telling me that Tio worse than Lee Shelby?
It's not that he's worse, it's the style. See, this is where we really some boxing nerds. Tio's level is not A level. It's not. He's not A level. He's B level. At B level, there's a lot of guys that are there with you. You just look flashier than they do because of the knockouts and the matchmaking. But truthfully, Tio is B level. He is a limited fighter. Yeah, if he has to come forward and initiate the action, he's not the same dude. What George did that was so different from the other people that he fought, George wasn't trying to take it to him. George was hanging back, setting up counters. And in junction with Tio trying to go home early, because remember, Tio came out there like a moron, like he was trying to club the guy. So you made it easy for him to just continually set you up, you know? Tio's just not that dude, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think he would struggle greatly with Puelo, to be honest. If they fought stylistically, that is not a good style matchup for Tio. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I would agree. But man, it's just hard to well, whatever. We're talking too much about Georgia at this point. But yeah, to
Well,
make it
no,
simple,
because it's the Tio thing that we look at Tio and we say, "Damn, though Tio beat Loma." You know, I know where you're going. That, damn, but Tio beat Loma. He can't be that bad. But Loma did have the shoulder injury. It's not an
yeah.
excuse. You lost. You lost. It's not an excuse. But if we're wondering what ingredients led to Tio, because I remember that fight and I was always underwhelmed by that fight. Always. Because it's not that you did something, it's that Loma didn't do nothing. So you had to give the rounds to Tio. Like the first 5. You had to give them to Tio. And as soon as Loma started letting his hands go, he couldn't miss Tio. But that was too late, you know? I don't really think Tio's that good, to be real with you. Like, I just You can't get your ass beat by George Cambodia, dropped by light punching Sandor Martin. Sandor has like 2 knockouts or something like that, bro. That dude don't even he don't hit hard like that for you to get down 2 times. He just don't.
I will say this: I do respect Tio for going against like his worst matchup like 2 times after he lost to George. To be honest,
I mean, like, but he's just doing the job that he's supposed to do. That's why I don't give him brownie points for it. The only time I gave him brownie points was, okay, well, you pursued Loma where Gervonta didn't want him, so I'll give you credit for that. But it's one win, bro, and it's literally a win from like almost 5 years ago now, because we're in 2024. That was 2020. You know,
no,
you
I mean,
can't.
I said like pursue like fights that like the Sandor Martin fight. Even though we're talking about Sandor like this, I remember going into it, there were some people that were like, that's kind of a dangerous fight because Sandor looked
It
really good
is.
against Mikey,
It
and
is. It
Tio didn't
was.
really look good coming forward. So it was odd that he even wanted to take that fight. I thought he would just move away from it. Like, hey, that's not even a guy that anybody really wants me to see me fight.
Do you think he really wants the Crawford fight? Like when, because
No,
this call
no,
out
no,
shit
no.
is
Sorry.
so you don't
The
believe that
praise
shit.
ends here, bro. Yeah, sorry. The praise ends here, Ben. Nah, he
Then
doesn't. He
then
doesn't.
what is that to you then? If it's not real that they want that fight, then what is your interpretation of calling him out for like over a year now? Because it's been over a year since that he's been doing this shit.
It is probably just like, yeah, it's just clout chasing, I would assume. If I were even to like slightly believe it, I would probably say maybe he's waiting until it's like, I don't know, another year or two when Crawford's like pretty much 40. And when
Mm.
you look at him, you're like, yeah, that dude's like, he's pretty much cooked. Then I could actually believe that he would go up there.
I mean, I personally, I'm convinced that it really is. It's like that stereotype prison shit that, yeah, just go up to the biggest dude in the yard. It's some cornball shit like that. Like, cause look, I already know what your daddy be telling you, dog. He tell you all the cliche cornball shit. Nobody thinks you beat Crawford, bro.
But
Nobody.
I heard that he said that he actually was more interested in a Norman fight now, though.
I mean, he could say that bullshit, but the time, it's like, I guess the reason I have very little sympathy for Tio is you just waste a lot of time. In between the Lomachenko fight and the Cambodia fight, you wasted a lot of time. Now you could have fought before this year was out, and I actually like the Brian Norman fight. I thought, yeah, that's a good matchup because Brian is big and he's strong and he throws a lot and he likes to sit in the pocket, but he's not as experienced as Tio at the championship level. He isn't. So this is an intriguing fight. And you making us wait for some basic ass fight now. Like, bro, that's not a fight that we should have to wait for, bro. And all you doing
Yeah.
is interviews talking shit. It's
But if he
like,
gives that fight, I'll be honest, I will still watch it compared to what's it called, Tank versus Lamont
oh no,
Roach.
yeah.
I
I
say
mean,
that as very minimum.
I'm settled, bro. I'm not, because I bought Tank's last pay per view on the strength of the Benavidez fight because I wanted to see Benavidez Vajdik. But there is no chance I buy this pay per view unless it's Benavidez Morel. And even then, it feels like, yo, you're gonna buy a $90 pay per view in December for Benavidez. Even then, it's like, ugh, right? But if it's
Yeah.
Benavidez Heart, bro, like, hell no, I'm not. But no, I'm not going. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not going to steal it. I'm not going to watch it, bro. Like, I'll probably watch a movie that night. Like, yeah, I'm good, dog. I don't need to watch boxing every
But why
Saturday.
is like, well, I guess I know why Roach is taking the fight. It kind of sucks that he is though. Honestly, I thought he could do some things at maybe a little bit at 30, not a crazy amount, but maybe like get a
I mean, like,
unification there.
who's at 30 with him again? Who's down there with him again?
It's about to be it's Kakachi, not for long.
Not for long. Sugar Munoz.
Conte Sal, possibly not for long too. And then
Yes, yeah. And Navarrete, because he still has the BO. He still has that shit.
is he really gonna defend that shit though?
Bro,
You think he's gonna be back there?
Bro, they say he gonna fight Oscar again in December.
Nah, bro, I don't believe it.
I'm
Bro.
telling you,
Like,
that's the shit. That's the shit for December. Initially, what I heard was they was gonna put them together. The Forster Conceição rematch with the Valdez Nava rematch, a doubleheader. Initially, that's what I heard, but I guess they decided to separate them. So we getting Forster Conceição first, then this shit in December, bro. I don't know. I have a feeling that Oscar's gonna win that fight. I have a feeling.
I do too, man. It's like, you know what it was when he came into the Baranchik fight. Bradley brought it up for like a brief second, and he was talking about how Navarrete was cutting weight, and he said, "Yo, I saw him with like a bag of Skittles or some nasty shit, like just going into the weigh-ins right after." And I'm like, "Yo, you sure you want to be eating that?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's no problem." I'm like, I don't know if you could be a fighter doing that shit.
I mean, he's coming off a loss and he has to cut weight. That's not good. Two, I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought that Valdez had the style for him. I still think he has the style for him. It's tough because Nava's an
Nah,
unorthodox dude.
it's because he's tall, bro. That's really what it is. Like Valdez is not. Because one thing I noticed, whenever Valdez tried to land that left hook, all Navarrete really did, he just like leaned over and leaned back a little bit,
Yeah,
and
he was out
Valdez
of
looked
range.
confused, bro.
And he was out of range. I think he'll get him this time, though. I think he'll get him. And I guess the division would be better off for it because right now there is no money man there. Kakache's not a money man, not that he's staying there. Lamont is not a money man. Conceição damn sure ain't a money man. Like, bro, come on, Conceição. Give Oshaki his belt back, bro. Let him go build the following in Texas, bro. Give him his belt back. Cut this bullshit out. But 130 is kind of abysmal. Yanni Beck is fighting this Friday, bro. You ready?
Oh, actually?
No, for real. That's this Friday. That's this Friday.
I deadass didn't know, bro. This is news, bro.
He's on. This the wild part. You know where they tell you that if you're traveling far to get rid of the jet lag, you need to get there a week early. This motherfucker's not getting there till Wednesday.
Jesus. I mean, hold on. So does he have to go through the IBF rehydration shit or not?
I don't even know if it's 2 belts on the line at this point. I don't even know. Because you know how it is that if it's just the BF, 10-pound weight cap.
Yeah, he's cooked. If it's just that, I'm not going to lie. I don't think Mikhailovich is that good, but he punches hard enough.
I mean, I seen the dude. I watched like 2 of his fights like 2 weeks ago. I watched like 2 of his fights. Like, I ain't going to say the dude is ass, but it's kind of what you said that if he get in with a good one, weight drain motherfucker, jet lag motherfucker. Shit. He better finish this motherfucker. And I said it. Maybe it'll be better at middleweight if the belts change hands because nothing is happening, dog. Like, nothing. Like, nothing.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I would say it's probably better if it were to be Yanni Beck, but he could get the fights. That's just not happening. I don't think Mikhailovich will get the fights either, by the way, if he were to win.
No. He would get the fights. You know why? Because let's just say it's a situation where it's just the IBF on the line, right? Not the BO. They said that if Andre wins, he doesn't get the BO. And you know who's number 1 with the BO? Shiraz. That spices things up there. Okay, I think Shiraz could get Andre to travel. Yeah, that kid is worth. Bro, they offered Eubank $5 million to fight that motherfucker. So,
that's Eubank though. That's different though. Because remember, the Eubank name is bigger in the UK than Andre's name is anywhere else.
But if you got 5 for Eubank, you could have 1 for Andre, right? If Andre
you think Andre will fight for 1?
If he were a champion, that motherfucker, like, bro, come on, B. Who you gonna fight in Australia that gets you $1 million? Who?
Bro, it does not matter. He's American.
Andre ain't American.
Wait.
That motherfucker, that motherfucker is anything but American. He was born in Russia, but raised in New Zealand.
My bad. I thought you said Andre. I thought we were talking about 2 different people.
No. Andre Mikhailovich, the dude that Yanni Beck is fighting. Like, he's, he'll go over there. Yeah, he'll go over there, bro. They'll get that motherfucker to go. I think Andre is retired. Speaking to him, like, yeah, it's over for you, dog. Ain't nobody gonna pay you shit, and you ain't gonna fight for no. I'm saying, cause you ain't gonna fight for no peanuts, but ain't nobody gonna pay you shit, bro. They not nowhere.
Yo, remember how much that Zach Parker fight was, bro?
Bro, that's
$100,000, bro.
I never thought he was injured, bro. No, this the shit. That's the second purse bid. The first one was for over $1 million, and most of that money was gonna go to Andre. Most of that money, bro, Zach is a mandatory. You ain't entitled but 25-30%. Most of the pot was gonna go to Andre. You fucked that up. You businessing your way out of the motherfucking fight. I don't think he was injured. Personally, I never you're not injured, bro. You just don't want to go over there. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight this dude on a Frank Warren show, and he a Frank Warren fighter. That's all that was, bro. But that's why you should have fought Yanni back. You could have told Bob, you could have told Top Rank, yo, I'll fight your boy, but we got to do some business. I'll fight your boy, but you give me like a 2-3 fight deal if I beat your boy, so I can keep getting money. Motherfuckers don't think. Get your ass beat by Benavidez. Now what? That was like a year ago, I think, right?
You know what's insane about that shit too? Like right after he avoided both of those guys, they put on some of the worst performances of their careers just back to back.
Bro,
and everybody's like, damn, bro, you really dropped $1, bro.
Zach got beat by John Ryder, bro. Fucking Denzel Bentley was fucking boxing Yanni Beck's socks off. That's why Andre that's why I don't got no sympathy for him. Like his whole story, honestly, you could go all the way back to 2014, is him turning down fights. It really is. Like, yeah, like motherfuckers love to ignore that shit, but you turned down Korobov, you turned down Charlo, you turned down Derevianchenko when he was unbeaten, because this is before Danny Jacobs beat him. He turned him down, he pulled out. It's like you did that's why you at where you at. You didn't fight nobody, bro.
Turn down Felix Cash.
Turn down Felix, bro. How you turn down Felix Cash, bro? What you think the Bentley fighting was like? I don't need this in my life.
Yo, he fucked Bentley up, bro. That was
no, and he never looked like that again, bro. He never looked like that again. That's the only motherfucking time Felix Cash ever looked like that, bro. That was a once in a lifetime performance. Because he doesn't look like ass cheeks ever since. Jose, I'm going to post to you last night's question.
What's up?
Last night, the question of the night. If they told you Xander Zayas, Virgil Ortiz, December 154, who would you pick to win that fight?
As of right now, damn, if I'm in a hard spot. Like right now.
If it were next, if it were this year, before the year is out, 154, who wins?
I mean, if it would be earlier, I would have picked Zayas, but I think Zayas outgrew 154. I think he looked kind of big, you know. And
he's big for that weight. He looked like he's 170 the other day, bro.
I seen a couple of of his performances when he fought what's his name, the Brazilian dude, Teixeira. I was there in the other Hulu theater, and he looks massive. To be honest, I think he outgrew the weight, and I will pick Virgil just based on that. Yeah, but if you would tell me like a year ago, yeah, I would have told you, like, if his previous fight would have been, Virgil, yeah, I would have picked Zayas, but I think he outgrew the weight. Like, it's pretty noticeable, and I don't know why he cut his hair, but I think...
Oh, that's for the steroids, bro. That's for the steroids.
Oye, bro, yo iba, tranquilo.
What steroids?
Listen, I like Zayas, yo. I don't want to be too hard on the kid.
I like Zayas. Like, I have a very high opinion of his boxing. The reason I said that, Ray, I said this 2 years ago. I warned everybody, if you start seeing an influx of boxers that are rocking baldies or rocking Caesars, right, skin fades or whatever, it's because they on the peds.
Remember Fernando Vargas from back in the days?
Ya tú sabes.
Yeah.
And I believe, my theory is, this is in the event that there's a hair follicle test. The way it works, the older hair is at the end of the hair, but if you keep your shit cut, all the new growth is clean. So if they were to pluck your hair, they wouldn't be able to find nothing. That's why I think they doing it. I don't give a shit. I got my conspiracy theories. And
if he's on steroids, I would just like to say, if Xander's listening, yo, Xander, fire the nigga that you have on those steroids, bro. They not doing much, bro.
No, bro, I said the wrong shit, and that's my fault. I don't think he's on roids. I think he's on weight cutting agents, not roids. Not roids.
I was about to get on that though. Like sometimes, like you could be so malnutrient that you're gonna start having like patchy hair and shit like that. Like patchy beard, patchy hair, and like it start falling because you use so much of like nutrients. Like
because you're not eating. You're not fucking eating, bro. You're not getting nourishment.
Mira un ejemplo, Caleb Plant.
Like if you look
la vaina, lo que él está haciendo ahora mismo, eso es lo que le está causando eso.
He doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice. Él
There
no
you
puede,
go.
él no puede en el 175. Like, Ray, do you like Caleb's chances against anybody at 175?
No. Are
Ah,
you
pues ese-
what?
no,
Pero ¿y cómo?
that's the point I was
¿Cómo?
that's the point I was making. I'm like, look, I think Caleb is a good, solid fighter at 68, but at 75,
Mira,
everybody beat him.
yo te voy a decir
I
una
Yeah,
like
vaina,
his
man.
chances against Lyndon Arthur at 75, if I'm being real.
I'm telling you.
Yo te voy a decir una vaina. Like 160, that range between like 154 and 168 is not really much of a difference. Like 160 is really like where small guys meet up at the end.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, because if you see carefully, it's always like, some fictitious boogeyman is always at 160. It's because they always want to build up the weight class because it's not really that, it's
It's
never been
like
that pumping,
it's
to
like
be
a
honest.
pit stop, bro. It's like a pit stop for the way that it used to be. The big 147s would end up at 160. The big
Yeah.
147s, the big 154s, and 160, there would always be a guy waiting for them. Case in point, Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Felix Trinidad. That there's a guy waiting for you there,
Yeah, and you actually mentioned, like, in my opinion, like Bernard Hopkins is the best middleweight of all time.
¿Qué?
Yeah.
Nah, tú estás
I don't know
jugando.
about that one.
Bro, I don't
Yeah,
know
you
the
might-
fuck.
que esa
I don't
división
know. No, wait. Yo no sé lo que tú fumaste hoy. What the
No,
fuck
no.
are you?
Mira por qué. Mira por qué. He has fought the most recognizable name in his era. He fought like pretty much everybody, even though he has a couple of losses. But the thing is, he beat the most recognizable names and most champions out
Roy
of like the
beat
middleweight
him.
classes.
Roy beat him there, though, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Roy
saying.
beat- I'm gonna say that when I think of the most legendary middleweight, honestly, I don't even think of any of the postmodern guys. I think of two people: Sugar Ray Robinson, Marvin Hagler. If I think of middleweight royalty, that's the first two names that come to mind. Everybody else is kind of an afterthought because
You
while
don't like
Roy,
Monzon?
I mean, he's alright. He's alright. I'm not impressed. He was a very tough, aggressive mauler. But could I see if you told me time machine, Marvin Hagler, Monzon, I go Hagler.
Yeah, I agree with
Robinson, Monzon, I go Robinson. Yeah.
Now we're gonna flip it on you, man. So if you put a shoot into your head and I make you pick one, Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson, go.
Oh, that's good. Believe it or not.
that. Well, I think
Push-
Steven. I mean,
No. Let me answer. No, don't fuck my shit. Don't fuck my shit. For that fight, off of the styles, I go Stevenson.
There you go.
For that,
No,
for
it's not a
that
bad
fight.
pick on that fight. No, it's not a bad pick on that
Pero
fight.
tú lo pones así, el tipo que Keyshawn va a pelear, Gustavo Limos, he would give Shakur problems. Oh yeah, because he's not gonna leave you alone. He's gonna throw a million punches, and he's not gonna leave you alone. And you don't hit hard, so this ain't good. So you gonna be trying to box, and he gonna be trying to bum rush you. And we ain't seen to date, which is why I'm starting to lean a little towards William. To date, I have never seen Shakur Stevenson against the pressure fighter. To date.
You think that's a coincidence? He has an excellent matchmaking, bro.
Eso lo que es.
And excellent
lo-
management too.
All of the guys that he fought, some were better than others. Some were better than others because it's not like his quality of competition is bad. But those were all boxer punchers. Like all them guys is boxer punchers, bro. Oscar Valdez is a boxer puncher. Jamel Herring is a boxer puncher. That's mostly what they putting you in there with. And I don't think that's an accident neither. I don't think it's an accident.
You know what's crazy? Like, in HBO, no HBO, Amazon Prime, they actually put HBO boxing, right? And they just replayed Andrew Ward and last name Brand. Boring as fight, but I was just cleaning my house, and honestly, bro, that's exactly how Shakur Stevenson fight. Cause he switched into southpaw, and that was actually like very, very like Shakur Stevenson.
But I'll give Andre this credit. He was a mid-range fighter, and that's the range that I like to see a fight. I like a mid-range fighter. I hate outside
No, listen.
fighters.
As much heat as this get online, as much hate, I actually respect Andrew Ward a lot. He did the best out of his abilities. As
Yeah.
a boxing wise, like outside of like everything else, he did the best out of his abilities.
Well,
And,
no,
you
was he? If we take away the hate and the shade and the shit, he was a great fighter. Yeah,
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
fair assessment, yeah, he was a great fighter.
He was a
Like,
great
on no
fighter. He was a,
bullshit, man.
pero ellos lo iban a matarlo a él, bro. If he would have
Yeah,
still
much.
been there when Artur, because Artur, he wasn't his mandatory yet. He was about to become his mandatory in the Enrico Colling fight. I think that was the one. IBF eliminated. Blah blah blah. Ward was a mid-range fighter. Well, mid-range with him, your ass is grass. He is gonna fuck you up, dog.
Y no
Yeah.
solamente eso, Jules. Acuérdate también que he was played by injuries, but
Yeah.
around that time, like his shoulder surgery, like I think like twice.
Mhm.
They had like a knee surgery as well. Like Underwood actually, like I actually believed when he retired because of his body. I actually believed him.
Una combinación. I mean, what
Yeah.
did you when he retired, Ray? Do you remember when he retired, and do you remember what you were thinking? Because I remember what I was thinking, that you're 32, it's kind of early, and I don't want to do what people are doing to you, because I remember what people were saying when he retired. You trying to duck Bivol and Dimitri. That's what people were saying back then. Looking back, it's kind of hard to ignore that. What do you think?
It does look bad in retrospect. At the time, I didn't look at it that way because I didn't really watch like a lot of like European guys. So realistically, I was just like, who? But then, but looking at it now, I could see why. But with the injuries he had, I just don't really see a guy like that staying around. It is kind of a bad look because there are fighters who have had injuries that stayed around even while they had them. Even Floyd, Floyd had broken hands for
fucking
a
busted
minute.
up hands for a long ass time.
Shit, even look at Stevenson. I think his hands are done. But
Bro, his shit's is cooked.
Yo, you be seeing him after the end of those fights, bro. He got the ice packs on his shit. I'm like, damn.
My dude, he got old. Do you know why that really is though? It's because of what Jose said. You are malnourished and you're not healing properly. That's what that is. You're malnourished. A lot of what I'm starting to notice among the American fighters specifically, a lot of the guys here in America, that's Tio, that's Shakur, that's Devin, these guys are killing themselves to be at these weights because they don't want to be smaller than another guy, but they're ending up malnourished as a result. They're killing themselves to be at these weights. Whereas a lot of the other guys that I noticed from other countries, oh, well, they're kind of cool and like, yeah, they I don't really see them having the problems that y'all young guys have. Whereas Shakur, you in your mid-20s, right? And you already got hand problems.
Yeah, totalmente voy a decir una vaina, Jules. That's a combination of that, and he also want to keep up with with Terence Crawford of the world. Like when he was in that little clip, training with the past with Terence Crawford, two things stuck out to me. One, Terence Crawford had to repeat himself a lot, which is very noticeable that Shakur Stevenson doesn't like to listen.
No,
like he's actually like very hard-headed because he was actually repeating stuff that you're supposed to know, like easy ass combinations, and like just the fact he told him like, yo, you have to like dig down to the body. It was very, very noticeable. And the other thing is, Terence Crawford is a generational athlete, pretty much.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson he's a good athlete, but not to that level.
He's a good fighter. He's just a good fighter.
Yeah, but when you want to keep up to those type of fighters, those type of beasts, those guys that are accustomed to like go to the mountains and no distractions, you know what I mean? Like he come back like Moses with all beard and shit.
Es que la vaina es que el buzz del muchacho, and it's not just him, it was the same with Devin too. Boxing was different, that you used to have to build a guy up to get him the buzz. Well, those kids came into it early with a big buzz. Oh, que este va a ser el próximo Floyd. Y este muchacho, toda la vaina, toda la bulla y todo lo peo. And you got a buzz before you even fucking do anything. So people really thinking that. And it's like, nah, y'all some good fighters. I'll give you your flowers. Y'all some good fighters. But I'm starting to see that I don't really know if you... I don't think Devin is a generational talent. I don't know about y'all, but I don't...
He's not.
Nah.
Good at basics. But
I don't know if you remember, but I always said the same. I never been impressed about Devin. I just respect him because he's a hard worker. Like out of his generation, in my opinion, he's the hardest worker.
He does the textbook basics very well, not all of them, but he's got a great jab. He moves well, manages distance well. But he's I think like a part of the reason you lost the Ryan Garcia fight, you're a little bit caught up in your own hype. Like, yeah, he was on pads and all the different stuff, but also you stepping into the jab, your hand is here, bro.
Yeah, that's
Why?
bow and arrow, bow and arrow.
What are you
And
doing,
you're right.
bro?
No,
What are
and
you
you're right.
doing?
And here's the thing, though. I was so glad that he got caught with a left hook, because even Ryan Garcia said in his press conference, he's like, "Yo, like that's fucking stupid." Like, but the thing is also like, Devin Haney, Shakur, Errol Spence, they all represents that last vestiges of Mayweather. Throwing
Sí,
punches without moving
eso
your
sí,
head.
eso sí.
Mayweather got away with it because he was actually a generational talent and generational athlete,
No, but
freakish
Mayweather,
athlete.
when you if you really like, I still do this just because of nostalgia. I
Ese
will
tipo tiene
compare.
50 años, manen, y se ve un carajito.
The thing is that when you see him do his shoulder roll, and it's not glazing, it's not. When you see Floyd, it is a thing of beauty. It fucking is, bro. He was great with and that's just one guard, because sometimes Floyd used a high guard too. It depends on who he was fighting. He would alternate the guard. But when you see him use the shell compared to like fucking Caleb Plant, tío, qué fracaso, man.
¿Tú te acuerdas la pelea de Plan y Yuskategi? How his
Oh
face
my!
ended up
Yo, he kept
like
punching him on
hamburger.
it. He had a big. I remember that he had like a knot right here. It's like, yo, what
Bro,
kind of shoulder
I
roll
thought
do
like
you
him,
got, bro? That you got
I
a
thought
knot right
Cinnamorph would
here.
have come out of that shit. I thought Cinnamorph would have come out of that shit.
For real,
But
like you're
like,
growing a whole person out of that shit, bro.
he's a dude that I'm generally confused why he's still using a shoulder roll, bro. Like, for what purpose do you need it for, bro? Catching and shooting in a high guard would just be so much better for him.
Well, you know, look, in fairness, the virtue of the shoulder roll is it covers more areas simultaneously. Because if you're in a high guard, then your body's exposed. But if you're in a shoulder roll, you are in essence protecting your body, your midsection, and you can parry punches with the other hand at the same time. So it does have a virtue. But let's be honest, y'all motherfuckers is only using that shit because of Floyd. Y'all saw him use it, and y'all thought this is the default guard. This is the best guard. Nah, I think guards really should depend on how you are built. The guard should be the guard you use should be tailored towards what you have. And one thing that Floyd had, which I think helped, is for a very small man, Floyd had long arms, so he's got a lot of coverage there.
Crazy long arms, man.
A
Yeah.
lot of no, he
Dude,
did. He had a lot of cup. Like, yeah,
mira,
if he wraps his hand, whole hand wrap around his whole shit. A lot of y'all other dudes like Teofimo, dumb dickhead, coming forward in the shoulder. It's like, why you come forward in the shoulder roll,
eso es
bro?
lo que yo te digo. He was a freakish athlete. Like these dudes, they ain't. Shakur Stevenson, like his reach is like less than 70. Think about that.
Wow,
And
wow.
he just big from like
He's
long
big for the
Yeah,
torso
little.
68
and
and
big booty.
68 inches.
Yeah, he's big for the little weights, but he's not big. They won't make it,
135.
bro. Devin won't make it
I
at.
mentioned this
Devin won't
before.
make it at welterweight, bro.
Dude,
Ni Shakur.
135 is his cap. Shakur Stevenson, 135 is his cap.
En el 140 él va a sufrir. Él va a sufrir.
Le van a dar mucho golpe, man.
Yeah, he'll no,
Le van a dar
he's
mucho
gonna suffer.
golpe.
Honestly, he's gonna suffer up there, bro. Like, because a lot of the shit they
Mucho
get away with,
correazo que le van a dar yo.
porque ellos ven el tamaño del muchacho. They look at the size of the fighter and they say, okay, well, we're gonna put you here. You're gonna get some experience here. But once you don't have those advantages anymore, a lot of shit starts to come out. Like, yeah, like look at Teofimo. You definitely ain't at 140 who you were at 135. No, at 135, you were a devastating puncher, a sizable puncher. At 40, Steve
Yo,
Claggett didn't look too
Teofimo
bad.
Lopez, bro. Damn. Teofimo Lopez, bro, is a perfect example, bro. Like, what will happen, like, when a bitch can take your soul, bro? Like, damn. That dude's been destroyed. Like,
Yeah, pero
he look
también,
like.
no, but sí, pero también there were already signs there que él tiene su límite. When you're complaining about fighting tall fighters in Nakatan, like, really, bro? So you never want to fight nobody that's taller than you? Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're short. So a lot of people are going to be taller than you, bro. Unless you're going to stay at 35 forever, you're going to bump into some people that's taller than you, bro. You know? Yo lo dije que Puello, he would give him a problem. I can see it already.
Yo no mata.
Puello, te lo voy a decir. Puello, even Hitchens. And I said that before, and people thought it was correct. Richardson Hitchens will be a problem for him because he's tall, he's long, he jab, and you're not going to be able to get close to him, bro.
Si Saldo Martín, el de allí, le
Con
dio
la manito
problemas.
así. Con
Sí,
la
que parece el arenque al vino.
Yo! If you look at the shit if you look at Sandor's low ass arms, bro, it's like how you out jabbing with these low
Como
ass
que
arms?
yo, he want to scratch your eye or something. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like if them dudes, if
he
lateral
knocked you
movement,
down, bro.
if lateral movement from Sandor is not big for 140. He's not tall. He's not long. If lateral movement, him just and credit to Sandor, by the way, because I don't want to shit on him. He's actually a good fighter for what it's worth. It's just I don't like that style. I'm never gonna like that style. But is he good with it? Yes. Y si él te dio problema, Hitchens will give you problems. Puello will give you
Mira, lo
problems.
que es
Catterall,
Sando
también Catterall le puede dar problema a Teofimo. Yeah, if he's
Zorrilla
moved,
también. Zorrilla.
Even Barra.
the
Zorrilla
same
lo
things,
mata.
la misma vaina que pasó con Regis. If you put Teofimo in there with Danielito, it's the same shit for the same reason, for the same exact reason, bro. Y por eso es que yo digo que look, not for nothing. I think all of us just misjudged Teofimo years ago. We couldn't see yet that no, he's a limited fighter, bro. Like if you coming at him, yeah, he could get off a hard shot. But if he got to chase you, oh no, it's a different gravy, bro. It's a
Mira una
different gravy.
cosa. I always mention something. Remember the Isaac Cruz Tank Davis fight? One of the things that gave Tank's problems was the Pitbull's tie guard. You know, he couldn't put nothing between those guards. And when something went in, didn't do nothing to him.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing that happened with Claggett. And I always wanted to see Teofimo with a similar style, even though I knew he, just because he moved to 140 and you never expect Pitbull to move up. But I always
Pero es
expected
el
him to
mismo
struggle with it.
estilo. Es el mismo estilo.
Exactamente. Ese mismo estilo te va a dar problema. That hip hop style always going to struggle with styles like that. With
Bueno,
that type of
te lo
pressure
voy a
fighters.
ponértelo así. It's a combination because the style, it's not so much that the style gave him problems, it's that tú no eres tan fuerte. And at 140, you just don't crack that hard. And that's the difference. That at 135, if a dude comes at you, he gonna get Richard Comade. But at 140, you don't crack like that, bro. Like,
Yo
nah,
te
you
voy a
don't
decir una vaina, man.
Yeah.
Claggett, I saw a couple of his fights. I follow his career a little bit, like I saw him a couple of undercourts. I knew he was a big motherfucker. And the thing about Teofimo, like he has to be so much like fast and not necessarily stronger, but he has to catch you like by surprise, and a lot of things has to go his way in order to like hurt you.
El
Because the thing about Teofimo,
ordinario.
he doesn't hurt you early, he's done.
I
You
think
know,
he's honestly.
and he
I
gas
think
us
he's
out.
regressed. I think he's regressed. Like he doesn't seem dynamic anymore to me. Like you know what you're gonna
Pero,
get with
pero es
Teofimo.
manito, pero es que cómo tú vas a progresar con un papá así, ese es tu trainer. That
Yes.
motherfucker, I still do not understand how that motherfucker got the training of the year because of the Loma fight. Give me a
Nope.
fucking break.
But that's how it always happens, and that's how it always gets blown out of proportion. That to me, a guy who I don't think ever got trainer of the year, but he should have, was Mark Ramsey. Maybe Manny Robles también. These guys, they don't got one good fighter. They got a couple good fighters. And I've seen fighters get better with Manny. Get better. Like, yeah, they better than
Mira
they
una
were.
cosa, something that I always like to see. I don't know if you noticed, but I always like to see uh, what's going on backstage, like how they wrap their hands, how they, if they're warming up, things like that, how they're warming up. Another thing is I like to see the little bit of whatever spiel they show about the training. I always like that. Something like, for example, like the Madrimo fight, something that told me that Crawford would have beat him and dominated like in a certain ways because Madrimo was doing like jiu-jitsu
Mm,
and like a lot of strokes that's gonna hurt your fucking neck
mm.
at the end of the day.
They
But the
both
thing
come from
is,
like Madrimov does come from some wrestling shit. I remember hearing
but
some
just
wrestling
to like
shit.
do not to drift on another topic, but the thing about Teofimo, when you see his training camps, he trains like a fucking asshole. He just hit the bag as hard as he can. He does like hit the pads, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
Te lo voy a
He
decir,
don't he they
de
don't practice
verdad.
like really nothing.
Él
Spend your
entrena
step,
la
spend your
misma
step.
manera. Él entrena la misma manera for everybody, bro.
Para todo el
That's why.
mundo.
That's why you see
Spend,
the same shit from one fight to the. You know what he's gonna do. You know what you're gonna see, and it's really a question of is the guy gonna give him the opening, So ya tú sabes con I knew he was gonna struggle with Jermaine Ortiz. Like, yeah, he's gonna struggle. I knew he was gonna struggle with Xander Martin. Like, that shit is not gonna be easy, bro. And I already know si es él y Puello, or him and Hitchens, or Jack Catterall, he's gonna struggle and he might lose.
World school fight is always gonna give you the
I
best
think
fight or worst fight of your life.
honestly, I don't even think Catterall versus Teofimo is really a competitive fight because even in the second fight when Josh fought him, Josh had to basically, well, I mean, he kind of is, but he basically just had to pressure him all night, and he was even struggling. Teo just cannot do that.
No, he's not. Yeah, he doesn't have the. I don't want to make a word sandwich, but he doesn't diversify his offense. It's really just the same. He tries to be explosive. That's what worked for him at 35. It's not the same at 40, and it gets repetitive. Like, you're
Tú
just gonna
sabes que ese
try for the
chamaquito a
same.
mí me da pena, man.
No, él habla demasiado for me,
No, no,
dog.
no,
Like, I
pero
don't.
mira, a él no me da pena por eso. A mí me da pena él because, as a talent, because he's like, bruh, his dad doesn't really tell me anything on the corner. So he actually has to come up with something out of his experience. Like, for example, like when he fought Josh Taylor, something that caught my eye is like his dad was telling him, oh, bring him to the corner, throw the right hand. And Teofimo did something. Well, I don't want to say all the opposite, but he did something different. He went to the body, and that's when he was actually taking the fight away. Because at the beginning he was struggling with the size of Josh Taylor.
Sí, pero también es un Josh Taylor que tenía plantar fasciitis and he hadn't even fought in a year. So it's like, por toda la mierda que él habla, like, you talk so much shit about everybody else, like your shit don't stink. Bro, Jack already beat Josh before you fought him. What the fuck?
Para mí, cuando él le dio, to me, when he beat Josh Taylor, to me, that was just like when Shakur Stevenson beat Valdez. Like Jose
No,
already beat him.
no. Yo no voy a decir eso. Yo no voy a decir eso. Ese Josh Taylor que él peleó, ya se vio que él estaba acabado. We knew. Like, bro, no, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna talk shit because I did pick Josh, matter of fact. Pow. But you talking about a dude that had not fought in a year and he's coming off an injury. Like, and you
Not only
talking
injury,
shit.
a knee injury.
No, it was worse. It was a foot injury. That plantar fasciitis shit is the bottom of your foot. It's some
y,
shit. It
do- y,
has some.
donde, y donde que Josh Taylor es dominante in the inside, and what you need,
Yeah.
what you need to plan, and the
That's what.
movement that he
No, that's the thing that
it
what
was locked
made
out.
Josh so lethal back in the day when Josh Taylor was the bounce. He had the bounce that he could come in, throw a leaping uppercut, ping, 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 get in your ass, and then get out of there. He can't do that no more. That's why he liked that. That's why he get hit more now. So, you know. But I don't think it's gonna end well for Teofimo. I don't see how it can. I just don't see how. You go to 47, your power is. We already see that you don't hit as hard at 40. You go to 47. Yo lo dije ya. If Eddie trains you, I'll go with Teofimo to beat Brian Norman. But if it's just you and your father, yeah, Brian is gonna fuck you up. He is gonna beat the shit out of you in that corner, bro. Yes. You couldn't keep Claggett off you. You're not gonna keep this guy off you. You're not. You know.
Is that fight happening or no?
I
No,
mean,
well, at least not right now.
not yet. Not right
Yeah,
now. Maybe
I don't think
next
he's going
year.
to. I doubt it. I don't think he's going to
The
be
shit
honest.
is, who is he gonna fight, Jay? Like, what choice does he have? He's saying shit so that people that do interviews have something to upload, but in reality, you're not even on Crawford radar, bro. You not.
Y él es tan
Lord Jesus,
pariguayo,
man, for real.
y él es tan pariguayo, man,
Mira,
that
you
he
know, wait, you gotta go because I have not heard that word in 12 fucking pariguayo. Wow,
but you know what I mean, right? Like that's like
no,
sucker.
I've
Like
not heard that word in so long, bro.
that means like sucker, guys. By the way, like
That's a sucker, yeah, like a sucker. Like that's how
como pendejo,
Dominicans.
like
Yeah, pero pendejo's more straightforward. Pariguayo, like that. Like, wow, bro, pariguayo.
pariguayo is
Like,
like you call like your nephew, when
oh
he doesn't
shit,
talk to the girls, like man, come on, like
pariguayo, coño.
pariguayo. Like, but like, bro, like Teofimo could have for fucking what's his name, Barboza, bro. A nice ABC fight, like a good name
No,
on your
te lo
resume.
voy a decir. Ellos saben. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna be honest. I think underneath it all, as bad as Barboza has looked at times, Tio would struggle with him. Because Barboza, when he wants to, he can fight long. When he wants to, and he's taller than Teofimo. We already know he doesn't like.
struggle with everybody, man.
No, well, yeah, that's true.
He struggled with
I mean,
Campa, my guy.
No,
I mean, but Joe, it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
And he got a UK
Funny y'all
stoppage
say
with
that.
Campa.
Real
He got a
quick.
UK stoppage.
Wait,
with Campa.
go ahead, Virtuoso.
Yo, I saw Elvis Rodriguez over the weekend. I think he gives some problems.
Who?
Yeah, Elvis. Yeah,
Oh.
at 140.
Ese tipo es grande, loco.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nah,
Ese
I'm
tipo es
sorry. I'm gonna put
grande.
my foot down on that one, bro.
No.
Maybe it's because
no. Wait, Ray.
I
You know what it is? Let me say this because I got to take a shit. I think Elvis cracks hard and he'll hurt Teofimo. I could see him hurting Teofimo.
I saw him
Ain't
fight
he the one that put
Adorno.
Blair
He
Cobbs
didn't
in a
look
coma?
good. Or
That's what I was.
Win could put Blair Cobbs in a coma. So,
Bro,
but like,
I heard they was at Wild Card Gym. Elvis cracked that motherfucker, and they had to call an ambulance for that motherfucker. This was years ago.
Oh shit!
I
Yeah,
heard
Blair
about
Cobbs.
Yo, just like Elvis, he used to play
He had a
baseball.
foaming at the
Motherfucker
mouth.
strong as fuck, bro.
I don't know. I saw him fight Adorno though, and Adorno's a very small guy. He was struggling, like, I've never
Was that
agreed
fight
with
I
him that
mean,
high.
we can say that, but like, yo, Teofimo had no business looking mid against Claggett, bro.
No,
Bro, but
no, he
Clyde
did
is
not.
at least a
He did
regular
not.
sized man.
That
Like
was
Adorno's a
actually
tiny
shocking.
dude.
That was shocking. Claggett was in front of you all night. You couldn't put him down or put him away. Like, I mean, seriously, like literally, you couldn't even drop him at all.
I might be talking shit, but it's like, look, man, it's like Teofimo's been getting by these fucking B, C level fighters, and they're like, eventually it's gonna catch up to you. You know?
I could see it maybe with like someone like Andy. I don't know how you say his last name. Is it Hiroka or Hiroka?
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, he just
Hiroka?
yeah. Who did he just?
I
beat,
can see it
what's
with
his face?
him.
He just
Barroso.
beat. Yes, thank you.
Finally, so glad that he did that. But
oh, come on, man. Barroso
nah, bro. Because somebody said it best, bro. Barroso, when he doesn't have to fight or when he's not fighting a retard, bro. That's exactly what that fight was, bro. And people hyped him up for a win that he should have had over Rolly, who was trash, and then a win over Hara Davis.
Oh yeah, who
was
really
lesser form trash.
It was probably like just domestic too as well. I mean, like it's funny because I was actually picking on Hara to beat Rolly had they fought. Then he goes up there, of course, those plans. But then, like, I mean, but it's sad because when he fought Hiroka, I'm like, oh no, he's gonna lose that fight. He's not gonna beat Hiroka. So
yeah. He's no slacker.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah, like I could see someone like that. Maybe even you know who I could certainly see beating I feel confident in saying Lindolfo Delgado. I still feel confident in him winning.
Yeah.
Against two Teo or
yeah, good counter puncher from Mexico.
He can win that fight. Yeah, Lindolfo can win that fight.
I think they have a chance against Teo. Don't get it twisted. But the thing is about some of those guys is like they actually right at Teo's alley, which guys they don't really move away from the line. Like Theo struggles when people that they just move, even they don't really have to move like crazy out. They can just move slightly out, and he struggles.
Rayo, we give him issues too as well, if not win.
Yeah.
Rayo.
Yeah,
Rayo.
Rayo. I think Rayo. I think Rayo actually can have the biggest chance out of them all because of that left hand, and also I think he's actually boxing way better under Robert Garcia. Because he was under the Benavides, that's why he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was with Benavides Senior, huh?
Yeah. So now, if you saw the Pitbull fight, he was actually not getting cut after a while, just because he was moving his head slightly, because he was doing that dumb shoulder roll, but he was moving his head at the very least. So he was doing, he was using his jab.
The thing that worries me about Rayo is that he's fought a very limited fighter. I don't think people realize how limited
Isaac
Pitbull was for that.
I agree.
Rounds.
I never rated Isaac. I mean, like, how many fights has he turned down against guys who would beat him clearly? Like, I mean,
I think
like he turned down Shakur. I don't think he wanted to fight. Was it Rivera? Yeah, didn't want to fight him.
And then Garcia.
Yeah, and Ryan. Yeah, exactly. So this dude has just been on the easy street since the Tank win. But like, yeah, I'm not, because I'm the same with you, Ray. It's like I'm not blowing that win out of proportion. It's like it was Isaac. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
he
threw
2 punches until round 12.
For real.
That is shocking. I was appalled watching that. I said, "Yo, I really picked this motherfucker to win this fight." for him to throw
Oh my
2
God,
punches
he has
for the
struggled with broken
entire
wrist.
fight.
Who you
Yo,
talking
he,
about? Who
He
you
has,
talking about?
oh yeah, the Isaac
Isaac
versus
Cruz,
Rise of the Rayo
Pitbull.
fight. Yeah.
Oh no,
Jules,
I picked Rayo in that fight, bro. I picked Rayo.
Jules. Here's the thing. He has struggled with broken wrist Cabrera, my guy. Like, I mean, come on.
Bro, the shit is Isaac is the lowest level of pressure guy because he doesn't set anything up the whole time. Porque él es tan pequeñito, his whole struggle is just trying to get close to you. So everything he throws is gonna be like this.
Wide
Everything he
hooks.
Like,
throws.
That's all. He doesn't even use a jab to set up his punch. Just
he's
imagine
like
using a
he's
simple
a
jab to set up
he's
his
a
Like
shot.
he should do the Zangief shit, the double lariat, and just keep doing that till you.
Oh, but wait, let me land the plane on that point though. The reason why I don't put Ryo that high is because when Isaac actually threw that third punch, when he thought, man, maybe I should think about throwing a straight punch, maybe throw a straight right hand. He buzzed Ryo. And that was like the first real punch I thought he landed.
Well,
So
let's be
if
well,
Tio
no,
could just
no.
think throw one real right hand, I can't imagine
Yeah,
that
but
Ryo
wait a
can
minute.
survive
If
that.
Rayo, yeah, but you smart. If Rayo fights Tio the way he fought Isaac, Tio's in trouble. Oh, all you got to do is move around to give Tio a problem. Just move. Don't sit.
Mhm.
Just
Yo
get
te
on
voy a
the
decir una
balls of your
vaina.
feet. Get on your
I
toes and move.
I
No,
agree,
pero te
but
voy
the
a decir
thing
una
is, it's like
vaina. Rayo
Tio can
doesn't have to
still hit
run
him.
away from Tio.
Rayo doesn't.
No.
Rayo what?
Rayo doesn't really have to like run away from Tio, to be honest. Because the thing is, Rayo is actually has more power than Sandor Martin, and Sandor Martin push you down twice. Because his
Yeah.
left hand is actually more dangerous than what's his name? Because bro, Rayo, people sleep on that left hand. Because
Oh,
if
he's
you
got power,
remember,
Rocco. He can punch. He can
even
punch.
Pitbull was kind.
The
Even
thing is that
Pitbull
you
was kind of
don't
hesitant.
need a lot of power to hurt Tio. Cambo hurt Tio, so you
Oh
My
God,
don't
no.
guy,
really need a lot of
he's.
power to hurt Tio, though.
Si tú
I
te
mean,
acuerdas en
but
la,
fellas, speaking of Barboza, right quick, like Tio was always put off that fight. I found that peculiar.
I told you, yo, I said
Yep.
it before you came on. I think he would struggle in it. I honestly believe he knew to stay away from him when they were both there. He knew to. It's not.
Mhm.
I'm not a Barboza fan, but I'm like, yo, you see something about this dude, you
That you don't
just
like.
don't want to. You don't like. You don't want to have to deal with that shit. And he is tall. We know Tio don't like tall
tú
fighters.
sabes lo que pasa con Teofimo Lopez. Él sabe muy bien what his weaknesses are: the overhand right, the uppercut, and the left hook. Pretty much anything can hit
No,
him,
no.
bro.
The weakness that the real weakness that he has is the movement. If the guy's taller and he gets on his toes, forget it. It's forget it. That's the real weakness he has. That's what makes him susceptible to all the other punches. That if he has to chase the guy for whatever reason, and this is why I think that the way people fight has to do with an internal rhythm. He is not comfortable coming forward and initiating. He loses his shape. He tries for punches before he's in position to land them. He just does a lot of stupid shit. He's not comfortable coming forward.
Yep, he likes to hang back and counter. That's what he likes to do.
That's his shit. Walk you into some shit.
Pero
But
tú
that's
sabes lo que you know what those are signs of? Horrible camps, horrible training.
porque él hace la misma vaina every camp.
Yeah.
He does. I could tell he do the same drills, and in other words, he come in shape, but he don't have a plan. He in
Listen,
shape.
when you see his training camps, what
He don't know
when you
what
see
he's
his-
gonna do till he get in there.
I mean, for his
Yo,
game plan for
when
the
you see his
Kambosos
training
fight was
camps,
just to like knock him out in the first round. That's all that
when
was.
when you see his training camps, it's always predictable. He's gonna hit the pads, and his dad's gonna pretend like he hit with a Superman punch, and then he's gonna hit some type of heavy bag until he destroyed.
There's no strategy. His camp is to get
No
in
plan,
shape.
no strategy. Like
Plan A,
Donald
no
Trump
plan
said.
B, no plan B, C or C or D.
And that's
Yo, he really
This is the only strategy he has. Come on, fuck him up, man. That's all he has.
bro, not for nothing. Not for nothing. If we being real, I don't want to get in trouble. But that's how that's how Sean Porter's camps was, bro. He's just training to get in shape. He gonna do the same shit with Spence that he do with everybody else. Like he gonna do the same shit. He gonna charge you.
To
He's
be
gonna be all
fair,
over you. Throw a lot of punches.
It's what he did
pero
in the
to be
Crawford fight as
fair,
well. So butt adjusted.
Sean Porter to me, he was like the how can I say it?
The Tim Bradley.
You stole the words
Yeah.
out of my mouth, bro. The good dude means the most punches out of everybody, but he has like some crazy footwork. His footwork is phenomenal.
Tim Bradley was a better pressure guy, and you could see it on the resume. It's fucking there. He was a better pressure guy than Sean. He's better at
People
it.
sleep. People sleep on Tim Bradley, bro. I don't know
If
why.
me
It's
neither.
because
If
the
you,
commentary and
I
the
know why. I know
Pacquiao
why. I
fight,
know
bro.
Only
why.
one
I know
fighter
why.
beat him.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
The
but
Pacquiao fight.
if you look at his
That
fucking
cursed him.
resume though, it's like, nah, dog. This he that's only one dude beat him. Pacquiao. That's
Twice,
it,
and that's all.
bruh.
And he still and he does
Right.
hold an official win over him still,
Now the
regardless.
reason,
Arguably three times.
the reason I respect Sean though is because if you do look at his resume, what you see is he didn't duck nobody.
Oh
If
no,
you look at
nope.
Sean's resume, he
Oh
didn't
no,
duck
not at all.
nobody. He fought everybody, like
And
almost
outside
everybody.
of Kell Brook, he made everybody look bad, and he arguably beat Spence.
He wanted all the smoke. All the smoke.
I'll agree to that. That
He,
Spence fight was close. That
It
was
was.
another.
the
That
knockdown
was
was the
another.
difference.
That was another fight where I knew Spence is not that guy because this is supposed to. If you are who they say you are, then you should win this one easy because you don't have to find Sean. Sean will find you. You don't gotta
Honestly,
go looking for him.
I think the knockdown was the deciding factor. That's what won Spence the
Yeah, it
fight.
was.
You
The
know the
knockdown.
fight
It
that
was.
told me
It
he
was.
wasn't that guy. Jules?
Mike, you gotta see ya.
No. Well, I already knew before he fought Mikey Garcia at the Kell Brook fight.
It was soon. It was early. You know, he. It's not like he looked great in that fight because in the beginning, in the first 5 rounds, he didn't. He didn't look great, and he was getting out jabbed, which I thought was weird because like you're a southpaw, your jab's supposed to be coming. Your jab is supposed to be coming over the top of his, and he's
Mira,
landing his jab on you.
mira lo que yo estaba viendo en aquel tiempo. I could be wrong, Cool. Uh, Kell Brook was coming down from 160. His eye socket got shattered by Triple G. He was I think like a year out of the ring without making
Yeah, about a
147.
year. About a
And he
year.
was already struggling to make 147 before even the Triple G fight. The thing about it, he has more guts. He's fucking hard. He's too big that he's
Yeah.
borderline idiotic.
Yeah.
That's something a lot of people don't sleep on. He has a big heart, a lot of courage, but he gets so stupid. But I picked Spence, and people that know everybody picked Spence. But the thing about it, when he went over there, is that, like, when we make it 50-50, if he went to the judges, they would have picked Kell Brook.
Yeah.
And shout out to him. He took the fight out of the judges. He had the better engine. He had the better engine,
pero
but bro,
también,
he
pero
had a
también,
lot of right hands, bro.
the
He
thing
didn't
is,
know. He didn't do no adjustments. He just bullied that guy until the end.
the thing is that everybody like while you could give him props, de que no, porque él fue para Sheffield and all this shit. Well, that's cool, but everybody knew it was about to happen because they knew Gennady Golovkin just beat the shit out of this dude. He gonna have to go from 60 to 47. What the fuck what condition you think he gonna be in? I was surprised he was doing as well as he was doing for the first couple of rounds. So I'm like, damn, dog, like he made
He touching Earl up, bro.
You know what? A guy that I always thought it was wrong for him. Keith Thurman.
For Kell Brook?
No, for Spence.
No. Okay.
That was a 50-50 fight.
I'm with you. I'm with you up until 2017. I'm with you up until 2017. 2017, up until that point, and I really mean the beginning of 2017, Keith Thurman would have been a risky fight. But anything after that, Keith Thurman is fish food. Anything after that, he's fish food.
Was Keith ever really that good? Like, I keep asking that question. Like, I look through the resume and it's like...
No, it's just the style that is two things. Keith is going to move. That's the first thing. We're talking about 2017, 2016 Keith Thurman. So Keith is going to move, and Keith does have some power. Errol's defense is not great. Could Keith have caught Errol with a shot by luring him? Yeah, he could have caught him and hit him with some shit. So if it would have been 2015, 2016, maybe the beginning of 2017, Keith had a shot. Anything after that, Errol washes him. Anything after that. You went life or death with Josecito, bro.
Lord,
you know what I'm saying? I'm saying he did though.
Was he dropped? Was he dropped?
But he was hurt. Riverside Rocky was rocking him, bro. Like, come on,
bro. Barrios hurt him. Come on now. Bro,
that's another dude that's retired, but is not retired. He's retired.
I know Barrios is not a great boxer, but people should respect a little bit his power a little more because he hurt or knocked down everybody he has fought. Like that's something that everybody should respect, though. Even though his fights are
I
boring
mean, no,
and
I
like
respect that
selectical,
he got Omaida. I respect that. Like, I really
Oh,
respect
you
him
had
for
to go. I
that.
knew you was about to go there.
I have to, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
and he did what he did.
I was going there, but I have to like have to be smooth,
You gotta set. You gotta set it up. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
set it
exactly.
up
I
You
don't
like
want
gotta
to
be
look
cool
like
with it.
I don't want to
Gotta
sound
be
like
cool
a
with it.
creep, you know.
Gotta
it's a
segue
Mario
carefully.
Barrios appreciation moment.
Esta,
Esta,
yo no quiero sonar obviamente que estoy celoso, you know. Like,
pero esta carteleta de que Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach. It's
eso es
Oh,
lo
gonna
que te
here
iba
be
a
we
this
preguntar
go.
yo.
first,
Si esa vaina, what's up?
bro. I mean, like, what are they gonna do, bro? There's
Yo,
nobody around.
quick,
Lomachenko, like, we could say, if you want to say that Loma ducked him, you can do that if it makes you feel better, right? You could do that. But I took that as a fuck you. Like, no, I'm
yeah.
not playing. I took that as like, bro, what you think? I'm fucking dumb. You gonna wait till now? Like,
You
suck
gonna
my
wait damn
dick,
near 10
bitch.
years to take that fight.
I'm
Like,
going to Poland and fucking Polish bitches. Suck my dick. I'm out of here. Like that's
You know
how
what
I
they
took
could?
that.
I
I think
think
it's
they're
like, I
gonna
think
like
it's
try to
no,
promote
go
it the same way like Stevenson's fight got promoted when he fought De Los Santos, where they were like, "Hey, look at these guys that avoided him. You know, this fight couldn't happen because of this reason. This fight couldn't happen because of this reason too. Even though it's kind of bullshit, but
ahead.
hey, he
Yeah,
couldn't fight Loma.
Yeah,
He ducked him.
but as for Loma, when he turned down the fight, like officially with Texas, like I took that as because when backstage after when he beat Kambosos, when he said his dad had told him that like he's the only my dad is the only reason I took this fight because honestly I was thinking
Lo que
about
pasa
retiring.
también que
When he,
Lomachenko,
yeah, like when he
you,
said that, I'm like, okay, I don't think he's gonna take the Tank fight. I doubt it. I'm not confident.
the thing is, was keeping the reason that Lomachenko has not retired yet. I suspect. I'm not sure. I suspect is he knows there's an opportunity to fight in Saudi. There's Saudi money now for the
Oh,
right for the right fight. For the right fight, you get a lot more money than you would have before because just like you said, right after the Kambosos fight, he's talking about retiring right after the fight, like that same day after the fight. So if he hasn't yet, I suspect it's got to be for that because what else is there to stick around for? And no va a pelear con Dennis Perenchik. That's his fucking countryman. I already know y'all ain't gonna fight. So what
can you
other fighters out there that could get you money? Stevenson.
use can you imagine that by everybody's eyes and accountability, you beat this guy, and this guy gets to like and just because the media is on his side, you see to see his interview saying how he beat you, and that's his biggest moment. It can get into your head. He's bored about the game of boxing, but
He's
I think I just
he's
want to
disillusioned. He's
I just want to
disillusioned.
ask, yeah, él está desilusionado, yeah. I just have a quick question. When they're gonna remove that the bubble wrap around Tank Davis?
never.
No te lo voy. No, espera. Esa iba a ser la cuestión de hoy. That let's be real. You didn't sell shit with Frank Martin. You're not gonna sell shit with Lamont Roach. Do you see when they want to do this? Dika December 14th. Oh, so people don't have Christmas to plan for and buy gifts?
Oh
That you
wow.
think they're gonna give you Dika $90? What, a week out from Christmas? You out of your fucking mind. So the fact that you landed on Lamont Roach, right? This is what I see. Maybe, and I don't know because it's a fluid situation. If the PBC does Rayo versus Cruz early next year, Gervonta will face the winner of that fight in the spring. That's what I think. The issue is Rayo has a mandatory in Hirioka, and Hirioka is not he's not Ishmael Barroso. There's money
No,
behind
he's not.
Hirioka. There's
Yep.
money behind Hirioka. They will make sure he gets his title shot. So it's a Leo. What happens first? Rayo versus Cruz 2, because they are talking about doing a rematch, or does the mandatory get ordered before that? That's what I see that's kind of like cloudy, because ya se sabe that what they really wanted was for Isaac to beat Rayo, win that belt, and then y'all could do that with Gervonta. What they didn't plan on is that instead of fighting on a PBC show, they fought on a Riyadh season show, and the wrong man won. Rayo
Yep.
won. If that would have been a PBC show, Isaac would have won. They would have given it to
Mhm.
Isaac.
Yep. Well, just the question is like, who has more sway with the WBA, the PBC, or the people back in here, Andy?
And that's the thing that as I've noticed ever since the days of Ryota Murata, that the WBA does seem to have a sweet spot with the Japanese. They do. from the days of Ryota Murata, the guy they got, that a couple of guys they got over there. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Hirioka fight gets ordered soon. They got money over there. It's not like Hirioka. Like I say, he ain't Ishmael Barroso. He ain't some random that don't nobody give a shit about. There's money behind that kid in Japan. And I think if you being real, I think there might be more money behind Hirioka than there is Rayo. They ain't nobody breaking the bank for Rayo.
This is where I applaud Robert Garcia for saying that we're not pursuing a tank fight, because that just goes to show that they're not playing their game. Yeah. They're waiting, they're waiting for opportunities, to come up. Like this one, Hirioka. You saying that he's gonna make more money? Okay, fine. It definitely is never gonna influence him to take that fight.
Y también ponlo tu, Virtuoso. Against Hirioka as the defending champion, you're the A side. If you go with Tank, you know what they're gonna do to you, bro. You know
you're gonna stiff him.
They're gonna stiff you, bro. They're gonna go offer you some peanuts. You never know. You might fuck around, get more money fighting Hirioka in Japan than you would fighting Gervonta. You never know.
That's obvious.
No, porque I mean, like, you see the way you see people chase the Tank fight. I wonder, well, what are you guys getting? But then when you see the buys, it's like, well, you couldn't have got very much, dog, because this didn't sell anything. So you couldn't have got very much.
Tank is mostly the smoke and mirrors. When you see his guarantee, he's not really much higher than than Teo's guarantees. Plus those Abysmal pay-per-views, he doesn't really getting much.
But Jules, you got to remember this. What's it called? Look, the guys that he's fighting, they're probably not really getting shit. Like Isaac Cruz before the Tank fight was getting like what, maybe $100 grand,
bro.
Maybe
that dude is getting some work gloves with the bubbles on them.
Exactly. What do you think Roldy was getting before that fight? Not a lot.
That dude getting a pack of juicy fruit and a new broom, bro.
Yo, you know what I love?
Gave Rolly crayons
instead of pack of juicy fruit.
Look, Rolly.
They gave Rolly an activity book. Here you go.
You crayon.
Rolly get a new play phone, bro. He get like one of them dollar store iPhones that have Skittles inside. Get that shit. He getting all kinds of phone calls and shit.
I think he's profitable for those guys, but there's a reason why when Devin Haney came up like a while ago, Leonard Ellaby's first words, "Yo, we not paying him what Natcham's gonna pay him," and I was like, "The fuck, you not gonna pay him a bit over $3 million?" The
bro,
fuck?
That doesn't
look crazy.
He gave the whole game away with that shit, and I did so many videos on that. How much more plain does it need to be to you guys to see that they cannot afford Devin? If Devin is getting 3 without y'all, with y'all, he probably gonna want 5 or 6. And no, I can't blame him. Not if he getting 3 without y'all. If you supposed to be the face and y'all telling everybody that he's the face and he's the A side, how come I can't get 6? It's not like I'm a nobody. I'm a fucking undisputed champion.
He's the face.
The crazy thing is, go first.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the crazy shit is that you would tell his fans this, and they'll be like, "Nah, they just got to be realistic with the money they ask." I'm like, bro, you just told me for like 3 hours that this was the biggest man in the face of boxing, and I got to put a cap on what I'm asking for.
So Caleb Plant, right? So Caleb Plant, he could get fucking 10, right? And Billy Joe with 1 belt, he can get 6 or 7 or whatever the fuck he got. It's like it's all mental gymnastics, and I'm thinking, yo, why y'all watch this dude? And that's when I realized, oh, y'all just gay. Y'all just want to fuck him, basically. This is not about this obsession with Gervonta is not about boxing. Y'all just want to fuck that dude in his ass, basically.
Let me just throw this little low blow. Let me just throw this little low blow real quick, Jules. That Billy Joe that everybody shit on, he has a better resume than Big Charlo and Benavides.
Yes, no, pero lo que yo estoy diciendo es que en ese tiempo.
No, I just want to throw a low blow.
No. I know. But it's like, if you think about it, Billy can get 6, and it's not a problem. It's not a haggling situation. It's not a big drama. He could get like 6 off of Canelo.
Los pay-per-view stipends.
Canelo gave him the ring size he wanted. Remember that? He gave him I think he wanted a 24 by 24 ring. And he fuck it, go ahead. You can have it.
That happened was the first ring was like 20.
It was like a 22. It was like a 20. Yeah, it was 22 by 22. I think it was.
And then Canelo was. Then Billy was no. I want a 24. I want the biggest rise possible because that's my advantage. That's my style. And Canelo's like okay. I'll give you a ring.
Without a problem.
Yeah, I knocked you
Javante
out by
would
the 8th round, anyways. He said it.
Javante would never. Javante would never. And that's. I mean, like it's so obvious now. Like I just did a video on it. Que mirete tipo. He's doing a Call of Duty. They got him to be in a commercial for Call of Duty.
Oh, I just saw that today. Yeah, on Twitter. Yeah.
What fucking more examples do people like? And it's just yes, he was in a commercial for Call of Duty. It's like what? Whose idea? Like, bro, why? Who was somebody Call of Duty watch boxing? Why? Like,
meanwhile, Tank can get a fucking deal with an endorsement with one of those fucking bullshit mobile games.
He doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have nothing to endorse though.
The shit is you can't be punching bitches in their face and think people gonna want. That ain't gonna work.
You can't be
even outside of that though.
Exactly.
Even outside of that, he's not somebody, no homo. He's not.
No, ese tipo no sabe cómo hablar. Él no sabe cómo hablar.
No sabe hablar. No viste bien. Seguro no huele bien.
If his talk game was strong, like, but when you took, like, not for nothing. Look, and I don't really be feeling bad for motherfuckers, but hearing Javante Davis talk. I do be feeling like, damn, you punched either you already retarded or you punched because he don't like they was asking him and he was struggling to get the words out. And I'm like, I don't know if you're dumb or punch drunk. Neither would surprise me, but he's like he can't do commercials, bro. It's gonna be like that. Remember Rocky 2? Smell mainly.
Does David really have like 0 sponsorships though?
With a Flipstone.
He said, when I wear my colognes, I smell mainly. Like,
I don't really like this stuff, It just, why can't you do it there? Yeah.
I'm not punchy. I got a relaxed brain. Is what I got. I got a relaxed brain. It's like, that's gonna be Javante, dog. You gonna be trying to do fucking cricket mobile commercials and ain't gonna be able to read the fucking lines, bro.
Wait, hold on though. Does like Davis really have like no sponsors? Like now you just asked, like he just has no one that's like, hey, we sponsored like
no.
Davis.
I mean, like I think that he has the patches, right? I think that he can get somebody to give him the patches. But as far as major brands, right? Like Beats by Dre, Range Rover, Hugo Boss, those are some of Anthony Joshua's sponsors. Canelo has Hennessy, obviously, other stuff. Javante doesn't have that, and it's very obvious why though. The domestic abuse cases, bro. Like, nah, you can't. A dude that's beaten, it's a whole thing of domestic abuse over and
over. I'm
also
gonna tell you this, Jules. Take out the domestic abuse and all the, his sexual shenanigans. If you push Javante Tank Davis on a suit, shirtless, holding on a bottle of whiskey, does this gonna look good? Some
bitches are like it. Some bitches.
I'm gonna repeat this again. He's not body beautiful. He's not tall.
No, pero tú no, esta es la ira de lo feo, manín. Like, if you looked on, like, have you seen the kind of motherfucking shit? Lizzo, motherfucker. This is a different era. So could they sell him if his talk game was proper? Yes.
Pero tú sabes también lo que pasa. His tattoos are actually like mob related as well.
Yeah, but you could listen. You could cover that. A lot of these things could be worked around except for 2 fundamental things. One, this dude can't talk, and 2, bro, you literally always in the news for beating bitches up. No company is gonna touch that, bro, unless they want to get boycotted. What, the face of the company is a domestic abuser? Nah, that shit ain't gonna work. Ryan, I said it in a video I did. Ryan, another one. You was good up until you said all that racist shit. Who the fuck? Like, they ain't gonna fuck with you now, dog. Unless they want to get boycotted. Between the Islam people, and it's a lot of them, and the shit you said, ain't nobody gonna touch you now, bro. You're gonna have to network with the influencers now, because major brands not gonna want to fuck with you. Your shit was on USA Today. That's how far that shit got around.
The word?
Yes, bro.
Yeah,
it was on USA Today.
Oh shit, it's a wrap. It's a wrap then.
They ain't fucking with you. And that's what I was pointing out, that people say all this shit about Canelo, or they say all this shit about having the squeaky clean image or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, why you think Canelo getting money? Canelo don't really be involved in no bullshit that's gonna fuck up his paper. Y'all do. That's the
Canelo,
difference.
Canelo, he don't act like a jackass. It's simple.
Es que Canelo no es muchacho, man. He's a grown ass man, bro. Like, come on.
No, but even antes de eso, que cuando él fue un carajito, he was never, porque ellos hacen toda esa vaina pa' show. They do it for show. You know that, oh, I'm the bad, but yeah, well, it's not getting you no money, Ryan. You
Even
probably
Canelo
lost,
as a little kid was a man, bro. He was
you
letting
probably
popsicles when he
lost,
was
you
a kid.
probably lost sponsorships because of it, and there's no reason for it. Like, I'm tired of seeing people call dumb shit genius. Like, bro, he's not a marketing nothing, genius nothing, dog. You literally costed yourself sponsorships saying that dumb shit. You should have kept that shit to your
Son loco
motherfucking
viejo,
self.
man. Son loco viejo.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly. But yeah, yo, you know, Canelo, he doing his thing. Like, if you want to know who the face of boxing, well, you tell me who's in a Call of Duty commercial. How do you even make that connection? Canelo, Call of Duty. I would have never put those two together.
Like he's in the game or like
I'm watching it today.
He's in a commercial. He's in a commercial.
And you know who's mad, Jules? Mayweather and Mayweather fans.
Well, that's one of the secrets.
Watch, bro. It's coming. See how Mayweather's gonna come the next few months talking about Canelo or mentioning something some type
Well,
of
that's
way.
one of the secrets. That's one of the things that people forget about the Mayweather era. He did have Hublot, which is an expensive watch company. However, as a major brand, the casual person is not going to be aware of Hublot. They're not going to know that brand, and that brand is not for everybody. Better still, at the height of his popularity, he did have the patches, though. So it's not like he had nothing. He did have patches. But if you're wondering, well, why didn't he have a Beats by Dre, the luxurious lifestyle that he has? Why isn't he in a Mercedes commercial or something like that? Like, why aren't major brands that people know gravitating towards Floyd? Oh, the domestic abuse.
Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, he's got Gel Blaster,
that, bro.
Well, that should count, right?
I mean, yeah, you got that, you know, but
Hey,
yeah,
you go into one of his gyms and he's got a woman on the
Es que
heavy
ya te
bag and
puedes-
shit.
I'm gonna tell you something though, Jules. I think some companies actually try to sponsor Mayweather, but imagine like he's about to like talk about like Nike, and he probably ended up talking about himself.
no es eso, no es eso. Es que he was never likable. Your entire appeal was making people hate you because you're the bad guy. So nobody's gonna see you in a commercial and be like, "It's Floyd." It wasn't like when George. It wasn't like when George Foreman was doing. Better get Mako. Was it Meineke country? Which one was it? Mako.
It was
Meineke.
Meineke.
It was mine.
It was Meineke. When you see George, you got happy when you saw George in those commercials. You got happy when you saw Marvin with the pizza. Ain't nobody gonna get excited over Floyd. Like who? Dick eating
Bro, like-
motherfuckers?
With the ugly ass clothes of his, bro. Like, come on.
If a motherfucker, like, not for nothing. While I was a fan of Floyd's boxing, and I still am because he was great at what he did. Yo, if you the type of cat, you get excited when you see Floyd, bro. You just suck a lot of dick. Like, yeah, like because I already know what the appeal is because he made a bunch of money. So what you want to suck his dick, dog? Because he made a bunch of money? Motherfucker, some old effeminate ass motherfuckers.
And are you getting some of it? No. Like
Right, like they motherfuckers is deifying the dude because he made money. That's how broken basic motherfuckers is. That like it ain't even his boxing because you don't know shit about boxing. Most of y'all motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. So it ain't that you praising. It's his fucking money.
You know what's crazy?
Silly ass.
People
reason.
actually praise that when they talk about how great he is. Like they're like, yo, it's not even that he retired. It's that look at him. He's such a GOAT, bro. He retired undefeated and with bread. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what's that
He's on
extra
the
part?
Forbes
okay,
list.
great, congratulations.
Dick
Great.
eating ass shit. It's just some dick eating ass
He's
shit.
on the Forbes list.
Don't leave, yo. Listen, don't leave them motherfuckers alone with Floyd. They'll show him his asshole. Want to see?
Have you seen the clip? Have you guys seen the clip like that guy who kneeled in front of? Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
my God.
yeah, I remember that.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
oh that shit was
Oh,
crazy,
my
bro.
God, I
That
love
was
you,
crazy.
Floyd. I work at AT&T call
Yo,
center.
you know
I
what's
love
funny,
you.
bro?
I'm like, oh, this poor motherfucker, man.
No, the part that
was
kills
sad.
me, bro. The part that kills me about the video is like, what was the dude like? He's on his knees. I let in the background. He's like, just take that picture. And Floyd is like, these things that I do, these things that I do.
I'm like, man.
Man, dude, if I was there, I would have yelled at man. If you don't get off your fucking knees,
Coach
The
Alex
shit
posts
is-
that shit all the time. People be busting
The
up
shit
laughing
is
at
that Floyd.
shit.
The shit is the real shit is that Floyd is not a person to admire. Even on a money level or a successful level, I would sooner put other moguls that have done other things on a pedestal than Floyd, because your whole thing was how much people hate you and how much they want to see you lose. You're not an endearing character of your era. You were defined as the bad guy, and that's stuck. People don't like you, Floyd.
Well, look at
This is
look at
it's a
that video
small
of him
group.
and Joshua where it bothered him because everybody.
Oh yeah, that tells you everything you need to know right
that
there.
shit was hilarious, man.
Like the way that Mike was the bad, even though Mike was the bad guy and the bad boy of his era, people love Mike, bro. They
people adored him.
fucking-
They adored
people
him.
Adore Mike. They don't like
Mike
you. They,
Tyson was revered.
I mean,
bro,
Floyd is
they don't.
hated.
And the other shit is, it's not even dislike. Floyd, they don't respect. Like they don't respect you. Like yeah, they don't. Like on the real, like they don't really respect you. I'm not saying, but look at the intro that I got, for example, when the motherfucker walked by Floyd. Hey Floyd,
I'll beat your ass. Floyd.
I knocked your ass out, nigga.
Oh man.
yeah, that's
Yo,
how disrespectful, yo.
Yo,
That's
just the way
hella
Floyd,
disrespectful.
the way
that's
Floyd looked at that
wild
dude.
disrespectful. Like why
Like
would
in real
you
life,
do
bro,
that?
actually will
Dude, the
kill
way
me, bro.
Floyd
Like,
looked at
Hey,
that
no,
dude
no,
when he said that, it's like, bruh,
Hey,
like,
real quick, did you guys notice the look on Floyd's face was the same as the look on Rolly's face when somebody told him he knocked him out?
Bro,
They had the
like,
same
like,
look.
the juice when he's like, hey, look at him, look at him.
you know what I'm saying? He's sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, on the road, on some real shit though, like I think he, because it's like it's good and bad. It's like, was he really great? Yes, he actually was a great fighter. But was he an asshole and not a likable person? Yeah, you're not likable, bro. Like, nah, there's not a lot about outside of your boxing. There's not a lot about you that is redeemable outside of your boxing, the way you box. Outside of that, you like a cartoon. Like you don't change. You 50 something years old, damn near 60 now, saying the same shit that you were saying 20 years ago. You stuck in a bubble. You know?
Yeah, like Jules, you know what's crazy? Like, I'll give an example. Like Duran, if you actually look back at some like old clips of him, like while he was active, that dude sounds fucking insane.
Yeah, he's
Like just like unhinged, like
He's
saying shit
amazing.
like, "Hey, what did you do for fun?" Yo, I picks up a cat and kicks it. That's crazy. But he's not. Yo,
Oh.
like that's what I do. Like, but you not. But he got old, bro. He left, bro, and he just chilled out. I've
Yeah.
never seen Floyd like really chill. Like it seems like he's the same pompous dick that he was when he was like still fighting.
I guess it was cool. I think it was cool, and it definitely served its purpose at the time because it got him a lot of money. So it's not like it wasn't a good strategy. But for you to not evolve and be something organic now, that you really are the same as you were, you saying the same shit. It's like you a cartoon. Like, well, we ain't like your ass then, and we don't like your ass now. I guess you ain't changed.
Last
you
year,
know?
he could connect. It's like, bro, we know. Like, why do you need to remind us?
That's the
like,
other thing that he not being graceful with it. That look, my time is over. You know, my time is done. This is y'all time. It's time. You gotta become that wise old sage. Just like the Batman shit. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Well, Floyd, you already were the villain, so you ain't gotta become shit. You just gotta stay you, dog. Stay.
He's talking about it like it literally happened last week. Still, that's some shit. You know
and
what I'm
that
saying?
shit was in 2014, bro. Damn.
10 years ago.
I mean, also, bro, he's so corny, man. Like he's corny.
He got money, but not style. He got money, but not style.
Listen, as much as people make fun of Oscar De La Hoya, Coca ass, he has swag, bro.
Oscar looked like he gets blue chew. Like he
in the press conferences. No, in the press conferences.
Wait, you saying a guy who put on pantyhose has swag?
Y'all remember that he had dick? Y'all remember he was selling dick pills? He was selling gas stations. Y'all remember that? And the bitch touch him in the shit. You didn't see that commercial? He was selling dick pills.
Nah, you're missing out. Come on,
bro. The commercial, he wearing a satin shirt. He making duck faces at the camera. Bitch touch his chest like that. You didn't see that shit?
Nope.
Selling dick pills, bro.
I tell you what, like yo, I love this feud between Eddie and Oscar. Eddie's a funny motherfucker. Eddie Hearn, he make me. He'd be funny.
But it's getting ridiculous. It's like Oscar, like you got to think about something else, bro. Like for real though, like you can't be worrying about these motherfuckers every Thursday. You going like
that's what I mean. It's like, yo, bro. You call me corny? Like, I think Oscar's cornier.
He look like a
bro,
he look like a who shit clapping, yo.
That shit's
For real,
hilarious,
like-
though, man. For real, it's funny.
And the funny shit is he can't even. You know what kills me? He can't even catch a rhythm with the clap. Like you could have been like, you know what I'm saying? Nice, all off beat and shit. I'm like, yo, dog, just stop clapping, bro. Just stop saying. Just clap. Don't even clap, bro. Just say the shit. Clap back Thursdays. Get through your shit,
Oscar
bro.
de la Hoya ese, you know.
Yo, dog. That was the shit we was talking about the other day. Yeah, he sound like Blues Clues on coke, like. Hey.
It's so crazy, bro.
And his girlfriend comes in the background like,
Oh, what's really cool
Eddie
ese? Break
was
yourself
spot
down,
on in the
fool.
hey, his girlfriend's in the background like the dog from Blues Clues and shit.
For real, she back there popping up behind the couch and shit. Hey!
She looks like the alien from The Fifth Element, bro.
Yo, listen. On some real shit, I seen the bitch. My dick wouldn't get hard off that shit, though. That bitch is weird. Like the bitch is shaped weird. The bitch face is weird. It's like, yeah, I ain't with this shit.
Listen, her ass is looks like something shaped out of Minecraft. And I'm like, her nose is like I'm like, nah.
That bitch got a Roblox ass, bro. Like the shit all weird and out of shit. Like your legs is well.
She built wrong. They gotta send her back.
I just get mad because it's like, bro, you Oscar fucking de la Hoya. You can do better than this.
No, you go to
You
Mexico.
ring girls, they look fucking hot as hell.
Eso es lo que yo estoy diciendo, que the fucking ring girls is better than the joint you got next to your Oscar, bro. You could literally go to Tijuana or Jalisco, or just get a hot bitch, because the bitch you running with, this bitch look like an alien, bro. Like she looked like she.
A xenomorph, yo.
For real, like
xenomorph,
Yeah,
yo.
she looked like a clone gone wrong and shit, man.
Bitch look like this what you fucking dog like.
It was like a plastic doll, yo. Like
I ain't trying to hate. And then he got the liposuction abs. It's like, bro, like just do some fucking crunches out.
Seriously, though, you can get in shape. You got the money, man. For real, hire a trainer, get in shape, bro. Then you box back in the day and get in shape. Do that shit.
Exactly, like you hit the gym, bro. Don't get the suck. What do you get? The fat sucked out of your fucking stomach, put it back in your ass.
I mean,
or some
to
shit?
me, that's kind of sort of eye-opening. As that, you know, what kind of people he hangs out, you know, off camera. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like that sounds so crazy as influence, if you ask me. Like the type of woman that you're hanging out.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was at them Diddy parties, bro.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Oh yeah,
me neither.
No, what
Wouldn't
be
be
cracking up is
surprised.
when he's coked
No
out,
Diddy.
his eyes are all bugging out, and he starts talking shit when his eyes are bugging out. That shit's hilarious as fuck.
My shit is the way he starts every video the same way. Hey, it's like, yo, you good, bro?
Hey,
You all right?
take yourself down, fool.
like he's a Mexican version of Fonzie or something, you know?
Telling you, he sound like blues. Like we're gonna find a clue
Bro.
today.
Like he's about to say some hot drugs behind a dumpster. Like,
Hey kids, we're gonna find some coke.
Hey, want to look at my prostate?
Yeah.
Yo,
I like to
Oscar,
look
you
around
know
with
you got little
men.
kids following you, bro. Come on.
I got my
Yeah,
handy dandy notebook.
I
Be
love
right
going
back,
to
I gotta
drugs
take a
with
piss.
men.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, Connor and Bud. Oh Lord, I hope they
Hey,
don't
by
happen.
the way,
So what do
man,
you
now
think
that
about
Jules
this
is
fight,
gone,
man?
rest in peace, Pete Rose, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen. I just hit a parlay yesterday. I won like $156. Or listen, I want to dedicate that winning parlay ticket to him because I know he would have loved it, bro. So rest in peace, Pete Rose.
Congrats, man.
And rest in peace, one of my best friends, James Carpio, man. He died this morning of heart complications, man. Unfortunately.
Oh, condolences,
Sorry to
man.
hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
Condolences.
Bro.
Yeah, it sucked, man.
Say to that actor, man, from Blade, Chris Christopherson, man.
Yes, R.I.P.
Yeah,
to that man,
dude,
Whistler. Yes.
People been dropping like flies lately, and this shit ain't
Oh yeah.
cool,
Also, rest
man.
in peace to John Ashton, who played Taggart in Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh,
died
and that
last
dude,
night.
that
He passed
dude
away.
from
Yeah,
that
yeah.
dude from the I think it was The Sopranos or one of those shows. the young dude, he died too.
You mean like the nephew in the show?
Yeah, I forgot his name though. I saw the thing today.
I think his name in the show was Anthony. I think.
I think it was. Yeah.
Damn, everybody dying, man. Shit.
No, this means we're getting old, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Natural causes,
Now,
cancer, all that.
the Kembe though going out the way he did was fucked up, man. He died of brain cancer, man. 58.
Wait, I think I seen a face-off between Oscar and Eddie. Did he had a face-off?
Oh, they did. Yeah, they talked it out like a while back, like I think a few weeks or months back. Like yeah, they had. It was a good one actually. I thought they had hashed it out, but I guess that I guess not.
I mean, Oscar's gonna Oscar.
yeah. Oscar's gonna be Oscar at the end of the day. So
Yeah, always Oscar's deep down. He's always gonna be that nasty show, though. You know.
For real, like it's like
That's a shame because he's a really good promoter on
this
this
guy.
He is. I think he just low key just doing some promotion stuff, just getting the name of his company out there. You know, because
Yeah,
his
but
company doesn't really
need
have
to?
much though. Huh?
Like the
way
Zepeda
he
shit, for
carries
example.
himself up.
Oh, go.
No, just real quick. I just think the way he carries himself, man. I just think he's his own worst enemy. Like people are leaving you, bro. And you're still acting like a fucking weirdo. Like, and that's pretty much it, man. Like you.
I mean,
there's
it's been
something
known for
about it that
years
turns
that.
people off.
I mean, it's been known for years that he's done dirty to his fighters. Like he's actually been known. He's done dirty to his fighters. Like very, very dirty.
Yeah, that's what Canelo claims, man. I don't know anything
Not only
about that,
Canelo,
but
like all the fighters too.
Right.
'cause I remember he sat down for an interview with what's the guy's name, Graham Bessinger or Graham something before his fight with Billy Joe Saunders. He said like when all the Golden Boy fighters went to PBC, he could have went with him, but he stayed the Golden Boy because he was loyal, or he didn't want to go nowhere. So he could have left too.
Nah, but I think
yeah,
like
that's
in
what
that
I-
particular
like-
case, he
Mutombo
put
died too.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying, man. Like you got a brain
Yeah.
cancer, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking sucks, bro. That sucks.
Damn, it's a terrible way to go out.
58, bro. That's
but
one of my
on
favorite
that-
basketball players, man. And it was nice.
on that particular case of the like being the only fighter, I think also like Golden Boy was trying to like do the best like they can, like even do extra favors for him, just being like the only fighter. You don't want to let these guys going away.
Yeah.
Like, you will go the extra mile, like in that particular case. But then
But after that,
right
but after that, the company's success revolved around Canelo's success. I mean, I was joking for years. They should just name Golden Boy Canelo Promotions. After that,
I
so,
mean, in reality, they played off each other because the thing is, they put all their chips on the table for Canelo, which worked wonderfully.
yeah.
Paid dividends at the end. Because Canelo he's only mad at negotiations with Oscar, but he always been thankful about them or Golden Boy in general.
Oh yeah. I mean, 'cause I don't believe because in past interview before the block, he said he should have stayed with PBC. His career would have been a lot better. I don't believe
Nah,
that.
yeah,
I don't believe that. He was just being spiteful when he said that.
No, he's just being spiteful. Like
Yeah.
looking back in hindsight, like the Golden Boy did the right thing for him.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
I mean, I
thing
think
is, he
his
knew-
career would be easier at PBC.
I mean, but still, like, who do they have left that could be a major star? I mean, because Jaime just left. Honestly, it was Jaime. They
Right,
should
like
have kept
Golden
him.
Boy,
Like,
Golden Boy, they put all their eggs in Canelo's basket. Like
Yeah.
PBC wouldn't done that. You know what I mean?
No,
So
no, they- no,
Canelo
they-
probably
yeah,
would have been like a undercard fighter, or probably be renegated to like putting on a fucking drawer or something.
because
Like,
after
if he-
after he lost to Floyd, what was his next fight? Was it the Kirkland fight? After that,
No, it
No,
was
or
Angulo, I
Angulo?
think?
Was it Angulo? It was Angulo,
I think so. Yeah.
right? Was that he headlined that? That was a headliner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it wasn't on the undercard. Okay, for sure. Because yeah, it's like
he was, but Golden Boy he was headlining like all the time.
yeah. For like every fight he had, we always a headliner, even coming off a loss with to Floyd. So shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, they did right by him. They did.
I mean, if they want a guy that they could put their baskets in, I think he is, considering how much Oscar's doing a protection job on him. It could be William. That could work out.
That's what I was thinking too. But it's like, bro, it's like you don't want him to fight. You're holding that fight to ransom. You know what I'm saying?
It's so stupid because he could win that fight, and that
Dude,
fight would
it's
put
a
his
winnable
name out there
fight.
so
Exactly,
fast,
bro. I mean, it's like he's number one with all the sanctioning bodies, and he's got to start, and he can beat you. He can win that fight, and it's like he doesn't need anybody holding his hand. Like, what are you doing? And the WBC ordered the damn fight.
And imagine if he beat him and then beat Lomachenko after.
Oh yeah, bro. Seriously, like his like if he beat, like, let's say that run, like Shakur, then Loma, it's like, bro, that's yeah. Like
I think
yeah.
I think Shakur. I think we're gonna. We're already seen the best out of him already.
Yeah, it's not gonna change now. Like, it's not gonna get better, right? At this stage, he is who he's going to be. He is. It's not gonna change. Leo, you waited too goddamn long because now I'm about to go to sleep, motherfucker. You should have been here.
I wanted to say something about Oscar, and I understand that people think that William Cepeda can win against Shakur Stevenson, but you have heard him talk, for example, about Eddie Hearn, and it's clear for me that's another promotional doctrine, for a lack of a better term. His promotional doctrine is you have to keep your guy winning at all costs. Yeah, you have to keep giving him good fights, but if you don't give him a winnable fight, by all means, you are not doing a good job. That's what Oscar thinks. I don't know if it's right. He was right about Canelo. He took the Floyd fight because, yeah, that's the fight to have at that time. But the other fights, maybe it was a 50-50 fight. Maybe it was by hook or by crook. He won that fight, but he kept Canelo winning. Do you understand what I mean?
He did. I know what you mean. The way he set it up, I know what you mean. But at the end of the day, the real virtue of a promoter is that win or lose, regardless of who wins, I always win, because that's how Don King did it. You know, that you want to have as many pieces. I guess the infrastructure of the sport is different now because it's a lot more division now. So the situations are more precarious, that you know what, you won't have all the fights, you won't have all the bodies, you won't have all the guys to put in the ring with your guy. So it makes it more difficult than it was, because the way it was, if you go back to the Don King era, well, Don had most of the fighters, so he wins either way. And that is the most ideal scenario, that it don't matter which one of y'all win, because I win. I make the money from the show. And ideally, it's kind of like what Eddie said, that whenever AJ fights, for those that don't know, most of Matchroom's money doesn't come from boxing. For those that don't know, it doesn't actually come from boxing. That's a small amount of the money that Matchroom as a company makes, because they do other things like darts. They make a lot of money from that. But to make a long story short, yes, AJ lost, but did Matchroom make a fuck ton of money? Yeah. And that's what the goal is, to make a fuck ton of money. That's literally what the goal of the promoter is. Of course, you want the fighter to win, ideally, but the main function of the promoter is to put on a show that generates money. Yep. That's the main function. Because fighters are gonna lose, bro. I mean, if you really think about condensed boxing, condense all the conversations we have, right? Most of these fucking fighters are going to lose. So the goal isn't let's keep him undefeated. The goal is let's make some money. That's the goal. So we can get the next fighter.
More importantly, Julius, fighters are going to leave eventually. They're not going to stay there forever.
There's always
esto no son los tiempos antiguos de que el muchacho se va a quedarse with the same promoter forever. That shit changed, bro. Fighters bounce back and forth like ping pong balls now.
Yeah, there's always another one coming along like the bus, man. You know?
That's one way to put it. Like, yeah.
Good analogy. It's funny.
For real.
I mean, but I'm sorry, but just let me touch on just one more thing. Like, let's just say like Zepeda, Shakur, they fought, and Zepeda lost. It gets hooked by crook, Shakur wins. That's not such a bad thing, and that would affect his ranking with the other sanctioned bodies, because then like after he could just get another title shot, right?
The thing is that it doesn't hurt Zepeda. It doesn't hurt Zepeda to lose to Shakur, right? Because at the end of the day, Zepeda was not marketed as the next Floyd or the pound for pound this or the that or the that. That's what hurts the fighters when they can't live up to the expectation that got your attention. That actually hurts them. So if they're telling you that, okay, that Shakur, for example, is a generational talent and he's going to be the next Floyd, the moment that he loses, All of that shit goes out the fucking window. Whereas nobody ever said that about Zepeda. Nobody said he's gonna be the next this or the next Chavez or the next.
Because the thinking is that they're building these fighters' names around the idea of being undefeated. But if I just want to say real quick, if we're under the understanding that Shakur's power is not going to have a growth spurt, then what else are you going to market him out of besides being?
He doesn't have an entertaining style. He doesn't. He's not fun to watch. He doesn't have a sparkling fucking personality, right? He's not a philanthropist, So there's not a lot of meat on that bone. Honestly, the most that you could have hoped is that he will be Mayweather, and because that's how they market a lot of the young fighters coming out of America. Thankfully, they're starting to move away from that. Thankfully. But the reason Zepeda can go in there with Shakur and lose and still bounce back and still be in fights that people want to see is because he never let you down. They never told you that he was going to be the next Duran. They never told you he was going to be the next Chavez. They didn't do that to him. They put that expectation, though, on Devin, on Shakur. That, it's going to be the next Mayweather. Generational this, generational that. It shouldn't be that way. They should both be able to lose and recover at the end of the day, but that's the way that people's minds work. You spent all this time telling us this guy is A, B, C, and D, so that's what they're waiting for. And if he can't live up to that,
I mean, shit, if you even hear people talk about this fight and it's just like casual opinion, I swear I would think that Shakur is a completely different fighter from what I've seen, to be completely honest. From the way people are making it sound, they sound like, Zepeda's about to go in there and fight the Black Flash or something.
Honestly, and I'm like, I think about the fight. Like, if I really like Shakur's chances, I would just say that. I don't really care. I'm just trying to forecast the outcome. But when I think about that fight, I'm just like, I don't know, dog. This guy's going to throw 4 and 5 punch combinations to year 1 and 2, and you're going to move. The second he's closing in, you're either going to tie him up or you're going to move. What's different about now than before? It's not all in your favor anymore. You fight him in Riyadh season, you're on neutral ground. You're on neutral ground, okay? Like,
what you got.
Yeah. So if the judges like the aggression and the come forwardness of Zepeda, he'll get it. And usually, like I've been saying it, I'll say it again. What usually happens when these combination guys, these volume guys, when they fight a pure boxer, what usually happens? They usually win.
Yeah, and the other thing, Julius, is
they shouldn't. Sorry, Leo. They shouldn't say, this is the next Floyd Mayweather or whatever, or Duran, because nobody's going to live up to those standards that those fighters put out. Nobody,
bro. When they don't know what to say, that's what they say. He's going to be the next this. He's not going to be the next shit. Because when Floyd was his age, he was knocking motherfuckers out. You don't knock shit out, so clearly you're not the next Floyd. Clearly, you got hand issues like Floyd. That's what you and Floyd got.
They're trying to be the next Money May, which is more repellent than Pretty Boy.
But Leo.
No. The other thing, look, we are not promoters. For my understanding, we are not. So Oscar might have a point, but if you're worried that Shakur is going to beat your guy, dude, you can do what you did for Canelo. Canelo, under the Golden Bond Promotions banner, had a lot of close fights. He had a lot.
Only two. If we're talking about the close fights that he had on, no, you're right. He had three.
Yeah, he had. Look,
he had 3.
Was that Triple G and Lara?
Yep.
Lara,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the Austin Trout, you could make.
I don't think personally. I don't think that was close, but I just see. Look, I see nitpicking.
No. Wait.
Go ahead.
Okay. Is that your concern, dude? Make the fucking fight under your promotional banner. Shakur Stevenson is a free agent, so you can have him for one-off, and you can rob him. And I think nobody is going to argue.
Ese tiempo pasó. Esa oportunidad, yo lo dije. I said that weeks ago. If Oscar Smart make the fight under your banner without Matchroom, make it without them, and you can rob him. if you're smart. Oscar's not smart. Y sea lo que sea la vaina de promotor, mira, this is the reality. All your fighters are leaving you. So you don't know what you're doing. They are the ones that you need, they all left you. Munguia just left you. It can't be because of what a great job you're doing. It can't be. Canelo, you lost the most important acquisition of your company for no other reason than you're a thief. I don't think Marquez is lying. I don't think Canelo's lying. No, I think you're a thief. I do. I believe them. Them two dudes don't even like each other, but they're singing the same tune. Can't be for no reason. You can't give Eddie advice about how to run a company because his company's valued at more money than yours. You don't operate out of anywhere other than here. He's literally operating out of here, out of the UK, out of Mexico, out of Australia, out of wherever the fuck ever in Saudi, wherever, right?
Even Italy.
You're not doing that. You're not operating on that level. And Oscar, it's like Oscar has become so ridiculous. He's like the crackhead that talks shit. You don't even bother to like, ha ha ha. You just laugh at the motherfucker. Like, what am I gonna argue with you for, bro? We see you fucked up in the game.
Yeah, and more than that, Julius, is you can say whatever you want about Eddie Hearn, but at least it's not scared to put that guy in the ring with what whoever. You put that guy with Usyk twice. He could have faked it. He could have worked something else to not fight that guy, but he did. And I don't think it was only Joshua. Eddie Hearn said, "Yeah, fuck it. Let's make the fucking fight."
It's that type of a criticism is so asinine. Okay, Oscar, what? Because all your fighters are undefeated? Correct me if I'm mistaken. Didn't your fighter Zerto get his ass beat by Bivol? Didn't Alexis Rocha, your fighter, get his fucking ass destroyed by Santillán? Didn't that happen, or am I bugging? Am I bugging? How you gonna say that because AJ lost the fight, this guy ruined his career? Well, I guess then you ruined theirs then, right? Because they got beat. And other fighters you have are going to get beat. This idea, let me communicate this. Most boxers are going to lose. So it's not about staying undefeated. That's not possible for a lot of boxers to stay undefeated and make money. That's not possible. So the real thing is, did you make money? That's how you gauge success. Did you make money? Because you losing is an occupational hazard. There is a very high probability that you are going to lose. But when you lost, did you make money? See, te lo voy a ponértelo así. Una mierda como Brian Norman, bro, you could lose tomorrow because you're not that good. Now, if you lose to Boots, you get over $1 million. If you lose to una mierda, una cueva, una vaina, you're not going to make that money. So for a fighter like you, and you are the average fighter is not Shakur. No, the average fighter is not Terrence Crawford. Those are the above average fighters. And you guys gauge yourselves as if you're the above. You're not the above average fighter. You're the average fighter. So for the average fighter, which is most fighters, the real question is, did you fight the fights to make money? That's how you gauge if you win. Because most guys are going to get beat. Look, AJ was a high-level fighter. I don't know what's going to happen to him now. But did he succeed in the game? Oh, absolutely. He made ridiculous amounts of money. You could lose the next. You can lose if you lose the next fight, you're set for life. That's how much money you made. You won already. You can retire.
But you got that's what I'm saying. You got to give AJ a prize because, like, you know, for a guy who started boxing at 18, goes on to win an Olympic gold medal, and has one, you know, 2-time unified heavyweight. It's like he's massively overachieved.
Look, how many times have we brought up Golovkin? That yes, did Golovkin lose 2 fights to Canelo? Yeah, but in the end, he won. This man made an insane amount of money. Insane.
Well, money-wise, he's rivaling Canelo. So I mean, that tells you right there.
Who the fuck is paid $14 million for Steve Rolls? Are you out of your mind? But they gave him that. Bro,
Jules, when he fought Zarabeta during the pandemic, he got $7 million.
That's what I'm saying.
$7 million during the pandemic.
Like, you won already, but like, yeah, you won with that. You won, dog. Like, it's, you know, like the reality for most boxers, even the ones that we think are going to be great, whoever they are, right? Whatever kids are coming through, whatever's happening. Like, I think he knew he's a great fighter. He is going to lose. He is absolutely going to lose. and it will be bad. But did he win in the game? Yeah, he made fucking ridiculous. He made money. Them little dudes don't be making the money he make. He getting big boy purses. So yeah, he won already.
Bro, like the highest paid guy at those weights was Prince Naseem Ahmed years ago, back in the early 2000s.
And he like he knew he's in a he in a different place with it, bro. Like he got endorsements, purses, all the shit.
Yeah.
He in a different place with the shit.
Dude,
I mean, because like I think
hold
on, country, one sec. I mean, just one. I think what is going to get Inouye beat, he's going to move up in weight too much, and I think that's what's going to do it.
I mean, the reality of is Junto might get him.
That's true too.
Possibility that Junto might get him. He might.
That's true too. Yep, that's very true too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
go ahead.
Hold on. I was just gonna say since you mentioned Inouye and he's about to lose, I'm like, yo, I just tagged Nick Ball and said like, yo, if you want him, man, get your passport ready, man. He ain't coming to you. You got to go to him.
Yeah, but like people got to stop looking at boxing as if Floyd's career is the goal. That's not realistic. It's not. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, that's not realistic. You can count probably on one hand how many fighters were both successful and retired undefeated. That's not common. You got to be realistic. The fights you need to be in are the ones that are going to get you enough money to retire on. Those are the fights you need to be in. Some of those fights you're going to lose. Canelo is more than successful, dog, but he has losses. Losses are going to happen. You got to be a wide-eyed motherfucker to think you're going to come into boxing and stay undefeated. It's very, very rare. Doesn't happen. So when I think about this Shakur Zepeda shit, like I said, I think he might lose. I think he might.
Yep.
Hey, Jules, what did Larry Merchant say in the Rocky movie? We got a cockeyed optimist in the house.
That's what the fuck that shit is. If you think you're gonna come into this shit and be undefeated, like, nah, to get at the bag that you want to get at, that's gonna help you retire and live comfortably the rest of your days. If you're smart with your money and you don't buy bullshit with it, yada yada yada. That's a long story. But yeah, you got to fight the fights where you might lose, because those are the ones that get you the bag. Those are the ones that get you the bag. The ones you might lose. And if you lose, hey, it's okay. A lot of like boxing is just so weird. The lens that people look at it through. Like when I look at a young boxer, I'm of the understanding you will lose one day, Bruce Carrington. You absolutely will. I would be surprised if you don't. Xander, you're gonna lose one day. Virgil, you're gonna lose one day. You might lose a couple of times. A lot of you young dudes are gonna lose. The question is, when you lost, did you make money? Because that's what matters. Gonna lose. Shit.
I wouldn't even put it that way, because it's like that almost implies like, hey, after you lose it's over. But
no,
the thing is that the way these guys have set up their careers, it almost is like that. Like shit, Devin Haney just lost one fight. Not really, but he lost one fight in quotations. That dude's fucking world is fucking coming down as we're like watching it.
Well, that's what happens when a motherfucker drink his own Kool-Aid. For Wilder, Wilder is the most glaring example that it didn't have to be that way. You took it hard psychologically because of what you thought. If you respected Fury, right? If you respected him as an opponent, it wouldn't have bothered you that he beat you. You didn't respect him. In your mind, he was a cherry. So in your mind, you got beat by a cherry. You got beat by a drug addict that you thought you could beat easy. That's going to bother you, that you're the architect of your own downfall. Now, if it was just sport for the sake of sport, you boxed a really great fighter. You picked him because he was a great fighter. You thought he was a great fighter. That's why you fought him. There's no shame in that. You tried. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You tried.
Yep, should have fought Joshua when you had the chance.
That's why some fighters bounce. That's really why some fighters, they take an L and it's like nothing happened. Well, I fought a great fighter and I lost. It is what it is. You lose to an Inouye, it don't feel bad. Well, it's fucking Inouye. What do you expect? But when you don't give your opponent that respect and you lose, it's something different. It's different. Fuck with your mind.
Wasn't Estrada calling Bam like a hype job or something, or all hype and shit? Was he saying that?
Yeah.
He got his ass
right.
Got his ass knocked out.
There you go.
Yo, I heard Choco about to fight Taka, Ray.
Ooh, say what now?
Choco fighting Taka.
Ooh.
I like that.
Which
fight.
one is the
Me
fight
too.
again? Was that
That's
the one
the
that
one who
fought,
could punch. That's the one who fought Maloney.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he almost got stopped by him. It almost. Yeah, okay. Oh, so now okay.
I like that. I'll
Probably
take that
crazy.
shit.
Chaco could win that shit. He could.
Yes,
I think
he can.
Could. He could.
Because that dude don't got a lot of rounds. If you push him, he'll get tired.
Chaco, he needs to withdraw on experience. That's what he needs to do to win that
The
fight.
shit is that the dude can punch though. That's the
Yeah,
caveat.
I've seen his knockouts. He's not. Yeah, he got power.
Dude could punch, so you better watch your old ass, Choco.
I'll say this: if Chocolatito can make it out of those the first half of the fight, then I think he'd win.
Yeah, agreed. He's got
at least from when I watched, I noticed when he fought Estrada, like those first early rounds, he looked like ass. Like the combinations were off, the timing was off, everything was just out of it.
Ray, if he wins,
and then once he gets settled into it, I think.
Ray, if he wins, you know how mine's is, so you don't need to ask me. If he wins, do you put him on your pound for pound list?
Let me check it. Actually, I haven't looked at it.
Don't ride the, because that's a fifth division. That's a fifth. If he wins,
that is crazy.
And he's like fucking 30. What? 37?
37. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he'd make it because Fernando Martinez is on the bottom of my pound for pound list right now.
When's that rematch, by the way?
That's in December. And that's done. That's made. That is happening.
They doing the New Year thing? They doing the New Year thing?
That's Kazuto shit, bro. That's his New Year shit. That's his shit. That's a tradition. You know what I'm saying? But I would put him on, and not for nothing. I know it's crazy to have a 37-year-old Choco, but I always got to say this. I always got to preface it with this, that the guy has to be one of the best in the world to be fighting at a fifth weight in this scenario where he wins. He would have to be one of the best fighters in the world if he's 37 years old fighting at a fifth weight and beating a younger, bigger champion, because not everybody's going to do that. We could see Spence ain't going to do that. We could see Thurman ain't going to do that. Got to give it to him, man. Big Choco. I'm going to go to sleep, you motherfuckers. I am going to go live on Friday. For those that don't know, Yanni Beck versus Mikhailovic is this Friday. For those that don't know.
Okay, good luck for sure.
Copy, bro. Thanks for telling me when I could catch up on some sleep, bro.
I mean, I think it's going to be at the same time as any top-ranked card, country. I think it's going to be regular top-ranked time. Just look on ESPN Plus because it should be on there right now to see what time it's going to come on.
I'm just making sure.
Just bring us a coffee.
UK time totally threw me off, man.
All right, happy New Year, fellas.
That's going to be Australia time, bro.
Oh, see, there we go.
Happy New Year.
See y'all motherfuckers on the next one.
Have a good night, Joe.
Okay,
Fellas, have a good night.